news article, legal issue, or even exposed personal information right there in your Google search results. Uncover what's lurking on the internet about you with ReputationDefender.com's patented scan and get your free reputation report card. Or for immediate assistance with your reputation, call 800-401-6681. Our cutting-edge technology helps make your Google search results look their best. Call 800-401-6681. That's 800-401-6681. 800-401-6681. Or take the free scan at ReputationDefender.com.
KHOW News Time, 10:03.
The Denver area and northeastern Colorado have seen a temperature increase of less than 1 degree over the last 3 decades, with precipitation amounts remaining steady. The National Weather Service is out with its once-in-a-decade report on what it calls the new normal for climate.
Each 30-year block has been on the previous nationwide. 10 years from now, I expect we'll see another block of data that nationwide, there's been still some overall warming.
Meteorologist Greg Hansen says America's northern plains, including the Dakotas and eastern Wyoming, have actually seen a temperature decrease over the last 3 decades. It's been a rough year for national forests in Colorado. The Forest Service says they've seen a 200% increase in outdoor recreation across the northern Front Range, and that's led to trampling of forests and additional waste and trash impacting water resources.
Emails every time
Roosevelt National Forest will shift some areas to day use only. University of Northern Colorado students who get the COVID-19 vaccine will get a chance to win a $500 scholarship. The school will be offering a walk-in clinic at the Atrium Food Court today till 3 p.m. The clinic will be using the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. That's the latest.
Someone searches automotive.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Anytime someone does auto repair,
this Wednesday morning, things are looking pretty tight as you make your way southbound on I-25. That's going to be in between Mississippi all the way out to about Yale. You will be tapping the brakes, adding about 7 minutes to your ride. Another slow spot is in the Commerce City area as you make your way eastbound on 270. That's going to be between I-76 all the way out to York. Give yourself some extra time as you head through there. Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather today. Expect a high of 62 degrees, low of 39 degrees, and potential for scattered thunderstorms. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Kay Thomas at 630 KHOW.
Hey DQ fans, the new Summer Blizzard menu is here, and it's bringing a lineup of fantastic flavors, like brownie batter or drumstick with peanuts. It's time for a red spoonful of summer adventure. Hurry in today and grab the new Summer Blizzard menu, only at your DQ. Happy tastes good.
Putting off refinancing because you think it's a hassle? Think again with Ideal Home Loans. Here's owner Brent Ivinson.
So many times people avoid this process because it's such a headache. There's so much involved. And that's really about the company you're dealing with, not the process itself. There doesn't have to be a bunch of red tape. There doesn't have to be a bunch of headaches. With us being a direct lender, we can make this fast, simple, and easy and have you saving money right away.
So what are you waiting for? Get started now online at idealhomeloans.com.
Thanks to our digital technology platform, we can handle this entire process remotely. So you can really start from the beginning and end without ever having to set foot in our office. We can do everything electronically. You have infinite amounts of options.
Pay off high-interest debt with Ideal Home Loans. Do home improvements or just lower payments or shorten your term with idealhomeloans.com. First, they listen, then they lend. 303-867-7000. That's 867-7000. You don't pay a cent until you're content. Only with excelroofing.com.
Denver's talk station has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Green. That's green. Enter it now at khow.com. Keep listening to win with a $12K a day giveaway. This is the Troubleshooter Show.
Help! I need somebody.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. That means a consumer advocate. I invented this career more than 40 years ago. 40 years in Denver. Welcome. Recovering cash merchandise exchanges, refunds, and services to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars over the years. And I welcome you to the show. Seriously, we have so much going on any given day. You'll learn how to protect yourself by knowing what scams are out there. You'll also be enlightened by things we find out about. You'll also have some fun along the way. 713-TALK is our number. I get so many emails from great listeners, both agreeing and disagreeing with me. I should say great emails from listeners rather than great listeners. I don't know if you're great. Great emails from listeners who disagree and agree with me with good points. Please call. Now, if you wonder how to get on without staying on hold, here's how you do it. You call 303-MARTINO, 24/7. Leave your name and say, I want to be on the show. Right, Suze? That's all it takes. And they'll be on the show. Or you can call while we're on the air. It'll come through. Or you can call Suze right now and you can say, Suze, I want to be on the show. And I can't wait, so call me back when there's a slot, and she'll do it. It's that easy. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, the only show that does that. And this hour brought to you by one of my favorite products, realcbdthatworks.com. It helps for pain, it helps for anxiety, it helps for inflammation system-wide as well, which is really important if you want to look up endothelium disease, which is an inflammatory disease of your whole system and arteries and stuff. And most disease stems from that disease, from being inflamed. Really, most disease come from that. That's why it's so important to take care of your mouth with dentistry, because that adds to systemic inflammation. Anything that adds to systemic inflammation will eventually make you sick with all kinds of problems. Look into inflammation, will you? Anyway, realcbdthatworks.com. Put Tom in the promo code for 30% off. I want to go right to the phones. Terry, she's an example of someone who contacted us. We got right back to her. She wants to talk about a car dealership. Hey, what's happening, Terry?
Well, Tom, first of all, thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
I've been a listener of yours for many years.
I love it.
And if I had just listened to an eighth of what you've said over the years,
what
I
happened?
wouldn't be calling you right now.
What happened,
Well,
Terry?
I
Spill.
purchased a car from a used car dealership back in January 31st.
What's the car?
January 3rd. It's a Touareg. Well, some people call it Touareg. It's called a Touareg by Volkswagen.
Oh, yeah, Touareg. Okay, so what year was that?
It was a 2007.
And how many miles?
It had 100,000 miles on it.
Okay, so and where did you purchase it?
Well, from a company called Auto Warehouse in Parker. And unfortunately, I didn't do my research or my due diligence.
Okay, talk about it. What did you do? You walk in, where did it go wrong?
Well, I drove the car, it drove okay, but it did have the check light was on. And so
during the test drive? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yes.
Well, okay, that's a red flag. What, these idiots that they have a check engine light, or did it just go on?
Well, it just went on. So I spoke to their mechanic, and he plugged it in. He said, "Well, it shows that it has something to do with the airbag."
Oh,
so
that can be costly.
Or it could be a previous accident that wasn't reported or something. So anyway, keep going. Okay, so you bought it anyway, Terry. You bought it anyway.
Yes.
But did they make the light go out? Did they turn off the light?
Well, something that after I spoke with them, they sounded like it's something I can handle, and I said, okay, I can handle that. Yeah.
In other words, they left it to you.
Yeah, but wait, that's also a safety issue by far. So where does it go now?
I need to know this, Terry. You accepted the car with the check engine light, with the understanding they're not responsible.
I did.
Okay, so what happened?
Well, I took it over to Tynan's Volkswagen, and
what does Tynan say?
They kept it for a week, and I ended up paying $600 for them to tell me that it's the chain stretched.
What does that mean? The timing chain?
Yes, it's like a timing chain.
A timing chain doesn't stretch, but here's what. How many you had? How many miles? 100K. Okay. Every used car in the world. If I can save people money right now, I'll save everybody money right now, and that is the timing chain or timing belt. You need to change it in the service interval indicated.
Yeah, but he's got a chain, so that doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. But I think he's wrong. But we'll find that out. Hey. Suze, why don't we get one of our experts on right now, either Kevin or Jeff or Mark or any of these guys.
And what does that have to do with an airbag? Did they completely lie to you?
Here's what I want to know. What did the timing belt or chain dysfunction ruin the engine? Did it bend a valve? Did it do anything bad?
No, none of that's happening. It's just having it's when you're starting out, it's kind of like it skips, like it's skipping a tooth or something.
Okay, do you understand that you have to have that done immediately, right?
I do understand it. So, but it's going to cost $5,000. You have to pull the engine.
Well, hold on. I don't think. Come on, $5,000 to change a timing chain or belt in this car. Hold on, let's just get an expert. Hang on, Terry. You got to the right place. We're going to cut through the mustard, and we're going to get you some real help. Man, a lot of cars today. Like Chris has a car thing. And then Chris Ann has a car thing. Let's take Chris with the transmission shop. What's going on with you?
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
Great to talk to you.
Thank you.
Listen to you and Mark all the time. So,
what's happening?
My son had a transmission work done under a warranty that.
Now, under a new car warranty?
No, it's actually F-350. I think it was 2016.
Okay, so what kind of warranty?
Okay, so the warranty came from the person that he bought the truck.
Okay, so this is a dealer he bought it from, or did he buy it from an individual?
He did buy it from a dealer.
Where? Who?
So I don't want to go off on a tangent here because.
Well, I just want to know who. I just want to know.
Yeah, it was a truck in Indiana.
Okay.
He got a good deal on.
A dealer in Indiana. Got it.
Yep. So I don't really even know who it is, but
okay.
Anyway, when he had the truck being serviced or repaired at this transmission shop, he had a $650. It's a programmer in the truck that sits kind of on the.
So it voided the warranty?
No, they stole it. They stole it while he was getting the work done.
Who's the shop? Who's the shop?
So this is E&M Transmission and Repair.
Where are they? E&M.
They're off of let me see, Ford Street in Colorado Springs.
Now hold on.
Hey, I think we've heard of these. Is it B&M or E as in Edward? Who is it? B.
I think he's
B as in boy.
Oh, okay.
We've heard of these guys.
Now hold on a sec. B&M Transmission and Repair stole a $650.
Allegedly.
How do you know they did that?
Well, it was there in their possession.
How do you know that?
Shop.
In other words, how do you know? Did they remove it? Did they say we're removing this computer?
No.
Then how do you know it was? How do you know any of this happened?
Well, the truck was locked every night, and there was, the windows weren't broken.
Okay, Chris, listen, let me ask questions quickly.
What?
Okay. Now, how did you find out the computer was missing?
He went to pick up the truck, and there was nothing but wires.
Did the shop say, oh, by the way, someone stole this computer while it was at our shop?
Nope. They didn't want to talk about it at all.
So no one said anything. Did they expect him? Did they know the truck was not running?
The truck was running fine.
Okay.
The truck was running fine. It's just that they had to do some transmission repair.
Okay. Did they do that transmission repair? In other words, was your son able to turn the key and start up the truck without this computer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So then how did he find out it was missing? He went to pick up his truck. Did he open the hood and look?
No, it's right by the dash on the left side.
It plugs into the ODB2 connector. It's right there.
Hold on.
Yep.
You mean this is not a computer in the engine? This is something your son had.
Yeah, it's a little module that plugs in and it programs the computer.
I get it. Your son had a computer in the car. Is this standard, Mark, or is this an aftermarket?
It's usually aftermarket.
Okay, so he had an aftermarket computer in his computer port that he uses to tune that truck. Is that right?
Not so much uses, but he can watch everything.
Got it. Well, okay.
He pulls.
I get it, man. I get it. It got this far to find out this. I see. I was so confused. So he takes a truck. Sorry. It's okay. He takes an F-150. He takes it to be an end transmission. In the computer port there, he had an aftermarket computer that he used. Did that aftermarket computer come with that truck when he bought it, or did he buy it somewhere?
No, it came with the truck.
Okay. Now, what we have to do is prove that they stole it. I mean, they basically just unplugged it and kept it, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
What's that port called, Mark, on cars? I mean,
ODB2.
ODB2. These ODB things can plug in anything. Insurance companies use them too.
Yeah, they can use them to track like a GPS and how fast you brake and everything else. But the one he's talking about basically is giving him whatever information he wants. And generally, you can tune them.
Here's the there's all different kinds of computers that you can put in.
And I thought he was going to say that warranty was voided because of that. Because if you have one of those plugged in,
I know. But
you're cooked.
Here's the main thing. The main thing is he's accusing a shop of stealing something. It could have been that. It could have been anything. Here's the main question. What do you do? Because we get this call all the time. What do you do when you drive into a repair shop, get work done, and something is missing? That's the real question right now.
It was meant to be a rehabilitation center for troubled youth.
Anna Wakey has come to represent the tip of an iceberg of discovery into the abuse of children.
But really, it was a breeding ground for abuse.
By the brochures, I thought I was going to a camp.
Many leaving work and when they arrive.
Everybody knew in there.
Testing.
All right, good. Go ahead. What's your real question? Is what do you do when something? We get this all the time. When do you need legal advice? Well, when you have an issue. And if you go shopping when you have that issue, you're going to get in trouble because you're under pressure. Here's what I say to you. If you need legal advice about an auto accident where there's an injury, I'm not talking about medical advice, I mean legal advice. You get free legal advice from John Fuller, Fuller Law. Just search Fuller Law or John Fuller on my referral list. That's referrallist.com. You can find him. Get free advice when you call him. And that is, of course, Fuller Law. You get it? 303-597-4500. So, you want a loan? Not every loan is the same. With a home loan, you have plenty of choices. Let me tell you about the choices at Affordable Interest Mortgage. Kurt Rogers owns the place. He is a friend of mine, and I can tell you he's been doing a great job for people by giving the choice. First choice, what kind of loan? You can get an FHA, a VA. You can get a conventional loan, I think up to 95%. First-time buying programs, and also the asset manager loan. It's a line of credit, really, so it pays off what you have. And if you have extra equity, it's on that line of credit. You don't have to use it, but you can. In fact, if you put your paychecks in this account, it'll count against that balance, so you pay less interest while your paycheck is in there. Even if you use it to pay your bills every month, you're still saving. Find out about the asset manager. I call it the liquid loan. And that is Affordable Interest Mortgage, 720-895-0500, 720-895-0500. You ever called for a repair on your furnace or your air conditioner and they show up and they say, oh, well, that unit's 10, 15 years old. You need a new one. Well, you know what I want when I call for a repair? I want a price on repairing it. Even if it is old, I still want to know how much it is. I want to be the one that makes the decision. The guys at 888 Heating will never, ever steer you wrong. They're going to give you a price to repair it. It's going to be a great price. On top of that, if you do want a new unit, they've got the best deals out there with, listen to this, 5 years, no interest financing. 888heating.com is a website. 888 Heating is the phone number.
Hi, Dancer Heating is done right. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, and need a replacement windows and doors. Spring and home show season is the best time to get your new look going in your home. Unfortunately, nearly every home show in the state for this time of year has been canceled. What about that, Todd? Well, Dad, let's bring the home shows to them. Right in your home, we'll lay out our tried and true methods and products, actual cabinet style and color selections, our countertop options, all of the updated looks to get that shower replaced, and an awesome digitally interactive window and door design process. And we'll bring the show savings right to you also. Folks, when you book your full project now for select install dates, you'll enjoy our traditional 8% home show savings. Call and check us out. Whether it's a kitchen, bath, some counters or floors, or even replacement windows and doors, Dad, as always, you have our wordable treat.
Hey, Shannon!
303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or drhi.com.
I know what it's like to live with pain, and I know what it's like to get
Shannon, did you see that Bill Gates story, man? They're getting divorced, and they had a deal in their prenup where he got to date his ex-girlfriend once a week, every year. And they're saying that's kind of what the issue was. It's insane.
303. Local doctors accepting all major insurance. 303.pain. ColoradoPainCare.com.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was stomach issues.
So I did my research and talked to my doctor, and we finally uncovered the truth.
It was actually EPI. Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
It can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
So getting to the right diagnosis meant being more open with my doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit.
Man, Peloton dropped 13% on that news. I almost wonder if it's time to jump in and buy some Peloton. Look, man, they make a fortune. You know, it's all subscription. They make a fortune, and it's all community based. Now they are a COVID stock though, where people are going to start getting back out into the gyms. People do like interaction, man.
Well, they get interaction on that. That's
yeah, I know, but people like real human interaction too. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. I mean, it's the next best thing.
Join me early afternoons from 2 to 4.
Who's Elmore? You know? Who? Scott Elmore? I have no idea who that is.
And who's at fault? Join me, Michael Brown.
All right, I'm switching off.
630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, reminding you get a free market valuation of your home for the asking from someone who has 26 years of experience, plus sells more homes than any other individual real estate person. It's Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, so he can give you a market valuation, and it's real, and it's free, and there's no obligation. If you're ever thinking about selling, do it. That's Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. Okay, we have a number of issues here. Let me get to my notes. Now, what happens when you own a car? This has come up time and time again, and something is missing after you take it to a repair shop. Well, what do? You have to prove it. You just have to prove it.
You confront him, and I mean, I'm curious what the shop said, if he even confronted him.
No, this is not like a break-in. There's two separate issues. What happens if your car is broken into at a car dealership or at an auto repair shop? People think they're automatically entitled to loss from that shop or dealership. That they are not automatically responsible. When are they responsible, Mark?
Well, if they were extremely negligent, right. Here's what happened at one of my shops.
But that's it, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Or if they step up on their own.
I had a homeless person run into our shop, jump in a customer's car, and take off. I turned it over to my insurance because that's what you do, and my garage keeper said, no way, you guys weren't negligent in this. The car was being worked on. Some nutcase ran in and grabbed it.
Right. Or if you see a storm coming and you park outside, or you promised indoor storage.
Yeah.
But if it's on a lot and a hailstorm comes, you're not responsible. So you're not responsible for theft, unless it's an inside job or negligence. You're not responsible for damage unless it's foreseeable and preventable, and you were negligent.
And I'm not so sure.
So what about missing stuff?
Well, I'm not so sure the shop itself would be responsible for a rogue employee.
Well, I think so. Yes, I do.
So you get a crazy valet that takes your car and takes off in it?
Let's talk about precedent. In the past, if an employee is operating in the scope of their employment, you're responsible. Now, don't take that as gospel. Each case differs, but let me give you a general premises. If they are acting as a valet, you would be responsible as a valet. They take a car. But if a valet sees a woman and stalks her that night and does something, that is not necessarily something the management can do. Unless there was some negligence there. So, but if they take a car, it's acting as, so if you hire someone to install a furnace and they do something while installing a furnace, boom, you would be responsible. But what happens if that person is at a 7-Eleven picking up a sub sandwich and a gulp and beats somebody up?
I mean, I agree with most of what you're saying, but on that furnace thing or any home services, if a guy goes out there that's been an employee of yours forever, never had an issue before, and he ends up raping someone in the house, I don't think the company is going to be held responsible for the crime.
No, most of the time, not the crime, but what you mean is civil damages as a result of the crime. No, they're probably not. Terry, here it comes down to this. Just saying it was, I'm sorry, is Terry's the wrong guy. I'm sorry, Terry. Hold on, I'll give it to you, I promise. With your used car, your Touring, your VW. We're getting somebody on. Hold on. But right now, I need to go back to Chris with his son. That's the one. So, Chris, bottom line here is you have to prove it. The fact that it's missing doesn't necessarily mean that they did it. So
what did they say?
Well, here's the problem, Tom, is, my son wanted to talk to the owner. He wouldn't even talk to him. So my son calls the police, and he's got
well, he should call the police.
And
what's the police file about? What's the police file?
Well, he had wires hanging instead of his programmer.
Wait,
so
Terry, you're saying something I don't understand. Excuse me, not Terry, Chris. Damn it. Chris, here's what you're saying. The computer was missing, but now you're actually saying it was ripped out. It wasn't unplugged. Mark, he keeps saying wires. So did he take the whole port?
No, he cut the wires and took the...
You don't have to cut wire. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I see. This thing plugged into that port and then went out and fed a display.
Yes.
That's okay. Now I understand. All right. So, how do you prove it, Chris?
But yeah, here's the problem, and I get it. And I shouldn't even say, "Hey, they stole it." But the thing is, the car wasn't damaged. There was no window. There's no cracks. There was no scratches.
What does
on
the
window
shop
like
say? What does the shop say happened to it?
Like I said, the guy won't even talk.
All right, we're going to call. Hold on. At least let's get him to address it. Let's get one of our deputies to call down there and simply ask them what they want to do, or at least acknowledge this.
Someone might have broken in the middle of the night if it was out in their lot.
Colorado
It could be anybody.
Suze, pick a deputy of your choice, okay? B&M Transmission and Repair in the Springs.
You know what's bugging me?
I know he said he had a police file, but we can't necessarily say, oh, therefore he must have done it.
Something with them in the past. Do you remember what it is?
No, I don't, and I usually do, Mark, but I don't. So here's what we have to do. We have to get somebody to call them at least. Now, on Terry, did we get our auto expert yet? I'm sorry. She's trying to get one. Thank you. I got it.
Tom.
All right. Christine has Chris Ann has a question on cars and the lemon law. And are you talking about Colorado's lemon law, Chris Ann?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What do you need to know?
So we bought a brand new car.
When?
Lexus.
When?
2 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago.
Okay, what about it?
And what model did you say?
No, I said what about it now? What's going on?
Well, it's driven, it's parked, and it's 3 times already. The battery just died.
Okay. Is that the main issue, the battery dying?
Yes, the battery died, and we just cannot. We have to recharge it every time.
All right, that
3
sucks.
times
What
already.
does the dealer say? It's under warranty. What does the dealer say?
The dealer just said it's because there's so many electronics and.
All right, hold on. That's called parasitic drag. But we got a couple of suggestions. First, Chris Ann, what kind of car is this?
It's a Lexus 350. It was
a 2021.
2021.
Lexus 350, a nice car. So.
Yes.
Now
it's
that
only got
does
300 miles on it.
Okay. Did you say you bought it here in Colorado?
Yes, brand new.
What
in
dealer?
Colorado.
What dealer?
Cooney Lexus.
They're good people. Have you talked to them?
Yes, we talked to them, and I think they're telling us something that we're not liking just because we drove it.
Okay.
They're saying it. What are they saying? It's normal?
No, they're saying it's normal, which it's not, but it is. Hold on, and we'll talk about it coming up.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown at 2, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, taking a look at your ride this Wednesday morning. Got a clear drive as you make your way into downtown Denver.
Okay, we're going up. It's obviously not normal. No, it's probably a bad battery.
You do have some delays through there as you make your way eastbound. You'll be tapping brakes from.
I don't think on my car, even if I left something on, I think the car turns it off after a while. I'm almost sure. I don't think we can leave our headlights on.
Is Auto Electric still around?
No, Sheridan owns them. He bought them.
Are you shitting me?
No.
Who's in charge?
William retired. I always say his brother's name. Not William. Who is it? Who's Ryan? Yeah, Ryan. He retired. Remember, he had that problem.
I don't remember.
He sold the actual location.
QC Colorado. That stands for Quiet Cool. I have the fan in my house. It's a whole house fan mounted in the ceiling of an upper floor. Okay? And what it does, it exhausts hot air. It pulls hot air out of your house. Plus, it brings in cool air from the basement or crawl space or cooler areas, right? So it always keeps air moving with cool, fresh air coming through. What does this mean to you? Well, I've had mine now for 2 years. This is what it means. Your house can heat up during the day all at once if you're not there. You turn this on, and within minutes, your house is cool in the evening. So your air conditioner works less. You keep it on all night while you're sleeping. Your air conditioner works less. Sometimes it doesn't work at all. It just doesn't. You don't need it. Okay? Then in the morning, you turn it on again. What happens? You're cool. It's fresh air. It's wonderful. I've saved about 90% in air conditioning bills. The installation is quick and painless. We're talking about less than 2 hours. No wiring in the walls. It's all remote controlled. I love my whole house fan. QCcolorado.com, 303-800-3419, 303-800-3419. I talk a lot about water on this show, like conditioning, filtration. Let's talk about water as it pertains to cleaning. Water is one of the best cleaning mediums we have. I mean, it's just one of the best solutions you can use, and Zero Res knows that. Zero Res has super soft alkaline charged water, and it's actually patented the process for getting this water to clean. That means your carpets stay clean longer. They don't have any residual soap or emulsifiers. That's why they call it Zero Res. Find out for yourself. $33 a room right now, and you won't do any better than Zero Res on your carpets, whether it's stain treatment or it's getting the traffic areas or just the rooms. $33 per room area, and you tell them Martino told you to call 303-471-5150. Your carpets stay clean, dry faster, and stay clean longer. ZeroResDenver.com, 303-471-5150. How many times do you wonder, hey, What is my loan doing right now? Well, if you had the asset manager, you would have an app, you would have a login, you would know exactly what your loan is doing because it's a line of credit that you keep on your home and you can use it any way you want. It pays off, first of all, your first, and then the extra equity sits there unless you need it. Here's another cool thing. You can also use your paycheck to keep your interest low. In other words, you put all your money in that account, and it counts against your average daily balance, which lowers your interest. Find out more about this liquid loan. You take money out, you put money in at will. It's wonderful. And, of course, conventional VA and FHA, affordable interest mortgage. It's aimortgage.net, 720-895-0500, 720-895-0500.
Okay, first off, I got hands-on auto tech on for that line one.
That's good.
But listen, he's having a title issue with the dealership. So I just want to make that clear. It's not a repair issue, but please still use Tom.
Wait a minute, why the fuck is he even talking about this?
I don't, but he's like, I'm not having a car issue. I can't get my title for the dealership.
Well, wait a minute. He should have led with that. No. We're talking about Chris and the transmit. No,
line one, Terry with the Volkswagen Touareg. You guys wanted to know how much a timing chain was for that.
That's right. It's got nothing to do with it. Well, I want to still say he's saying $5,000. He's using a title issue as an excuse if you don't want the car because of that.
Gotcha. But you'll address the title issue. Yeah. Okay, I'll tell him.
Well, I'm just so thank God. Okay, so. What did I just think of? I can't believe his issues with the title. All that. It's with the title. Oh my God. Holy shit. It's amazing. It's with the title. Oh my God. He started off with a check engine light and an airbag, then a transmission shop and a dealer and $5,000. But guess what? That's not why I called. I called because I can't get my title. Fuck. You know what? Maybe some of that was our fault, shoving words in them. I don't know. I almost want to go listen to that. Tom Maggio. That was horrible. I wonder how Tom's doing. You ask him. Well, here's what happened with Tom. He denied it for so long, and he was like too good. Yeah, he hit him. But then I think he might be on his way back, because that's what happens a lot of times when you're a fighter. You deny, then it hits you. Wait a minute, I just lost my whole fucking leg. Yep. Then you get back to the until you actually hit that reality. You don't rebuild. But do you remember how we were shocked at how... Absolutely shocked. Because he would just say, yeah, and he showed pictures, and it was like a badge of courage. I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Now, we have one question lingering we're going to get to, and that is Terry. He bought a car from Tynan's. No, excuse me, not from Tynan's. I'm sorry. He bought a warehouse, and they bought a VW Touareg. To make a long story short, the engine light was on. He took responsibility. He went to Tynan's VW. They said he has his timing chain stretched. Now, did they use that expression, your timing chain or your timing belt, Terry?
Well, because it doesn't have a belt, it's a chain.
Okay. I didn't know that. Okay, so let's talk to Tom Maggio. Tom, I know that timing belts on used cars have to be replaced on service intervals dictated by the manufacturer, but I did not know chains need to be changed. Do they, Tom?
Not normally. If the vehicle's taken care of, if the oil changes are done on time, there should be no reason to ever have to.
Okay, and this is Tom. This is Tom Maggio with Hands On Auto Tech, and they're up north near Longmont. Here's the deal, Tom. They said the chain stretched or something. Terry, how did they diagnose that?
Well, they had it for 6 days, and they said they didn't give me all the ways they did it because I had.
Okay, got it.
I guess, yeah.
Tom, how do you diagnose a stretched timing belt chain?
You would look at scope connected to the camshaft position sensors and the crankshaft position sensor.
Can it stretch?
It is possible, yet rare. Can I tell you a quick story?
Go ahead.
I had a client bring in a car from a Volkswagen dealer who told them they needed an engine. We looked at the car, found it had the wrong oil in it, flushed the oil, returned the car back to her. It's been fine ever since.
Okay, what I'd like to know is this. Was it Tynan's?
I'm not sure, Tom.
Oh, okay, now, in this case, though, here's the real reason we have you on. It hasn't done any damage yet, so he needs to change out the chain in a 07 VW Touareg, and they're quoting him $5,000. That sounds tremendously high to me.
My best suggestion is just get a second opinion. If he wants to bring it down to us, I'll give him a free diagnosis just to confirm that they're on the right track. And I need to know, does he have the 4.2 liter in there or the 3.6?
Sir?
3.6.
3.6. What does that tell? What does that tell you?
I'm going to, if you give me just one more minute, I'm going to find out exactly what the labor time is on that.
Good. Let's find that out, because that's going to be really telling. Because I think $5,000, but what do I know? Hold on. Let me know. I'll come back to you, okay? 303-713-TALK. Chris Ann.
Yeah.
You bought a new car from Cooney 2 months ago, 2021 Lexus 350. What is the problem? The battery dies?
Yeah, it won't start.
How often do you need to charge the battery?
So far, we did 3 times already.
You know, something's wrong, obviously.
It's probably a bad battery.
Or a bad charging system. Something is bad, obviously. Chris Ann, Cooney Lexus Service Department, they didn't tell you this was normal, did they?
They told us that we're not driving enough and it needs to be triple.
How often do you drive? No, listen. To some extent, there are cars that have parasitic drag, it's called, or parasitic, drain, where the little things in the car require minute voltages, and to keep them alive, and they can kill a battery, but it takes a long time. How often do you drive?
So we bought it home, we let it sit for like a week, and then we drove it, and it died. So we had to start it.
And when you drove it after a week, how far did you drive?
I'd say about 20 miles.
20 miles.
Each way. Yeah, about 20 miles each way. Or round trip. I'm sorry, round trip.
Well, it's absurd to think that if you own a Lexus, a brand new one, and if you don't drive it for a week, you got to jump start.
It's absurd.
It's absurd.
I
so
totally
why aren't
agree.
they fixing it? That's my issue.
That's what I want to know, Chris Ann. Why aren't they fixing a brand new 2021 Lexus?
They are looking at it, and they kept telling us that we need to drive it more.
No,
that we need to
no. I would take it to another dealer, Lexus dealer. You have the warranty. I would also go to Lakewood Auto Electrics or Auto Electric, whatever they may, but they're on our referral list. They're great people. I would go to Lakewood and have them do a test. There is a test you can do on parasitic drain. Now, I'm not sure if Christine got disconnected. I think she did.
She needs to get it to another dealer, and they need to swap out the battery.
Now, Tom Maggio, did you get a price roughly on that to get that timing chain?
From what I'm seeing, the labor shouldn't be more than like $1,100 or $1,200 at the most. And that means I have a hard time believing that the timing chain package, the parts themselves, are $3,800. So I think that's a high estimate.
So here's the good news. He can have it done anywhere he wants. It's not under warranty. So, Terry, now, here's what I find amusing, Terry. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
You called about this, and we got you the answer. You probably need a timing chain. But verify it. I would take it to a reputable mechanic and verify it. Now, you bought it from Auto Warehouse, and that's in the Springs, right?
No, it's in Parker, Colorado.
Oh, in Parker. That's what you said. Well,
yes.
Tom is way up. Tom, where are you located?
I'm in Longmont.
Yeah, you're too far for him.
Well, but he's going to do it for free. It might be worth the drive.
Yeah, I love Tom. Yeah, then go to Tom Maggio, Hands On Auto Tech. They're great people. I could also refer you to others, but Tom is wonderful at this stuff, and he'll tell you the truth. You can take it to the bank if he says you need it, and then you'll get the right price and get it done.
But Suzanne said something
I know
during
that.
break.
Hold on, but this is what I'm really. I'm going to give Tom Maggio, Hands On Auto Tech, his number out, and then we're going to address what Suzanne told us during a break about your call, Terry. Hands On Auto Tech, 720-340-4024. 720-340-4024. Now, what Suzanne told us is Terry did not even call to get help with this, even though that's what he led with. She said she understood it to be a title problem. Now, Terry, are you having a problem getting the title from Auto Warehouse?
That is correct. They told me when I first purchased the...
okay, hold on. You can tell your story after the break, but I need to know something.
Okay.
Did you also need help with this timing chain, or did you already authorize that?
The timing chain was just whole part of the whole process of everything going
But did you already get that work done?
No.
Okay, good. Hold on. We'll address the title and more coming up.
Tell your smart...
That's crazy.
630K on iHeartRadio.
These three again, sir.
Dan Count.
Yeah, they weren't the last...
I don't remember. Honest to God, I don't remember.
I don't remember an art or a sibling.
Because affordable has been in each break, and I don't understand it.
Affordable? It's scaring the hell out of me.
From the Backroad Sports,
I'm trying to gaslight you, Tom.
This Wednesday morning, things are looking clear as you make your way
to where your car is.
I-25 is
Hey.
too much for delays. Should take you about 15 minutes. You have a little bit of a slowdown.
Actually, if it was stolen, I probably would get enough money
making
to
your
get
way
the car.
eastbound. You'll be having the brakes from I-76 up
New Hyundai.
your way.
Yeah, or
31 Pinpoint Weather. Today, expect a high of about 62 degrees, mostly sunny with some scattered thunderstorms possible. Expect a low of about 39
don't get
degrees.
afraid when I pause during commercials. I do that on purpose. You know that. Yeah.
Hey, our Blizzard menu is here, and it's bringing a lineup of fantastic flavors, like brownie batter or drumstick with peanuts. It's time for a red spoonful of summer adventure. Hurry in today and grab the new Summer Blizzard menu, only at your DQ.
Why am I stressing affordable interest mortgage and their liquid loan? Because it's a great time. Interest rates are low. Equity is high. Put that together, and you get a huge line of credit on your house that sits there. It pays off your first. So now you have a line of credit. You can make variable payments. Make them high, make them low. You can keep cash if you need it. If you want to do a home improvement, if you want to go on vacation, you can then pay it down. There's no prepayment penalty. It's a wonderful loan. I call it the liquid loan. Of course he has conventional. Of course he has FHA and of course VA. But you choose among a number of different loans the right one for you. What I like about the asset manager or the liquid loan is when you keep money in the bank, just normal money in the bank, it counts against your average daily balance on your mortgage, which lowers your overall interest. Get a hold of Kurt Rogers, Affordable Interest Mortgage, AIMortgage.net, 720-895-0500. Floors, floors, and more floors at simplyfloorsinc.com. Buddy and Karen Mitchell are probably some of the nicest people I know. And you get the benefit of their philosophy, which is you make money, but you pass savings on to customers, and you provide them the better service. Over-deliver. That's what they do. Simply Floors, Inc. That's INC. If you call them, you'll find out. By the way, first go to their website and make an appointment, and they'll come to you with everything. All the main floor coverings with tremendous savings, even over the big boxes. Simplyfloorsinc.com. And while you're doing your floors, why not your countertops? Okay. When I talk about these vendors, I honest to God know them. I visited with them. I got to know their business. The Art of Granite is one of them. Mitch Floria is one of those people I stand behind. You can get countertops, granite, marble, quartz, quartzite, or any other natural stone or flat surface at wholesale. He charges for fabrication and installation, tear out hallways free, the bathrooms free. What you need to do is call for your price. 303-386-5919. TheArtOfGranite.com. 303-386-5919.
The house you're living in right now,
God, does it make a difference when I get sleep? Woo. Even when I have pain.
Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky from my friends at American Financing, reminding you there's never been a better time.
What do you think? You're not going to get on painkillers, are you?
Oh, shit, no. That was one condition. Well, they don't even do it. Fuck no. They fucked me up. I would never do that. Painkillers, there's no road off of that because they make you more sensitive to pain.
Well, I mean, if you're only on it for a few days.
Well, of course, with surgery and shit, but I don't even do that anymore.
Yeah.
If I was older and dying, or, you know, like Stephanie's dad, if he needs pain, take him, you know, who cares? But, yeah. No, these guys in Colorado, did I tell you they made an appointment in Colorado painkiller? Yeah. I'm going next week. I don't know what.
I thought you were going yesterday.
But here, no, that was my chiropractor. I'm not leaving anything unturned. I got to get rid of this fucking pain.
So what are we doing with line 3 on the, I heard OBD. B stolen.
Oh, we got back there.
Let's try to call. Let's definitely make a call to the dealer.
Yeah. Oh no, I want to give it to a deputy.
I'll give it to a deputy.
Because they won't even acknowledge it. Here it is. He had an aftermarket computer in the car. They took it out. It was plugged in. They unplugged it.
Oh, okay.
Snipped the wires. It was something this guy bought.
Okay,
They stole something from his car, according to him.
It's like taking a tape deck or whatever the fuck you call it.
A tape deck?
Jeez. It's not even a CD player. Even CD player. I have a CD changer. Do you?
No. Our cars are new.
No, I have one. And
I don't think you can get a CD changer anymore in a new car. I'm telling you, you can't.
You know, speaking of pain, I took Excedrin.
It's one of those ones that's embedded somewhere.
I took Excedrin for my arm, and it's just not helping.
Which arm?
The arm I got my shot in.
Oh, shit.
It just still hurts.
I wish I had CD. I have some in my car.
What, topical?
No, I have oil.
Well,
you put that oil.
Oh, you mean you ingest it?
Under the tongue.
Are you going to go back to line 3 and tell them we're going to put a deputy on it?
You know,
it's legal.
I hate pot, but if I didn't, I would use it to cut me out of pain. I just hate being high. I hate being high. I can't believe people do it for a living. For a living, you know. Think about all the people. Well, I know.
Dude, we're not going to say it because we're on now.
I know somebody very functional, actually. So.
I know someone so functional that smokes all the time, it is fucking mind.
I know the same.
I don't even know how it's possible. I honestly, God, have no idea. You would definitely know if I was high.
No, I'm useless. Plus, I don't like it. It scares me all the time. I'm not that type. I'm not a high type of guy.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. A quick note to Chris. We are going to put a deputy on your case to at least get the dealership to acknowledge this. Now, they may not take liability or responsibility or feel it's their obligation, but it bears calling them.
You know what? I'm going to call them next break.
Okay.
Suzanne, I'm going to call them.
So this is Tranny Work, B&M Transmission and Repair. This was the one in the Springs. And they were doing work on a 2016 F-150.
You know, this guy's accusing him of stealing something. I hope they do come on the air and give their side if there is a side.
Hey, Chris, I have a note here, something about warranty. Was it under some kind of used car warranty?
So, yeah. So my son got a full warranty with the truck, and it's a F-350.
I'm sorry. Where did he buy it?
So he bought it in Indiana.
That's right. I have that here. Okay. Got it.
At a dealership out there.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. Unless there's something else you need to tell us, Mark's going to call. Is there anything we need to know?
I would like to give Mark my phone number so he can call
Suzanne will grab all that from you.
All right. Hold on. 303-713-8255. I need to go to Terry. So, Terry, We got you information on the timing belt. We want you to be treated fairly. You took on the responsibility when the check engine light was on and you bought the car anyway. But now you're having a title issue. They're not providing title?
No. They've been giving me the runner. I get a song and dance every time I call them. They said they need to check with the auction house down in New Mexico.
How long's it been, man?
What's going on? Since January
31st. Now, listen, the law says a reasonable time.
That's not reasonable. That's 4 months, man.
They're going to call COVID on it, but here's the deal. I don't think it's reasonable. Do you know, just so you know, Terry, you can get this undone, this deal.
Well, here's what just happened with one we had down off of Arapahoe. In fact, I served him for this lady, but she had the same problem. She went to the dealer board. They made them buy back the vehicle, but she actually ended up doing some safety work on it. She sued them for the money that she put into it. We'll know here. I think we'll know this week.
Terry, did you put any money into this?
No.
Good.
I haven't put any money into it.
Don't do it until we know what's going down.
You need to call the dealer board. If you really want them, they got to step up, man. It's 4 or 5 months. I don't care COVID or not. That's insane.
Yep. You got it.
They haven't given me no information as to why. They just keep telling me.
Yeah, well,
why? Because they can't get it.
Yeah. So listen, Terry, you need to let them know that if they don't get it, they have to undo the deal. Give them a deadline. Write a letter, write an email, go see them, give them a deadline, and prove you gave it to them. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. I'm Tom Martino with Mark Major, and Sue's on the phones, and yes, Shannon too.
Time to get your AC checked before it's too hot to bear. Fix It 24/7 has a deal for you. Clean, check, adjust, and practically refurbish the AC and furnace too for just $68. That's both services. And since they work together, it makes sense. Plus, you won't find a better price for the extensive work and deep cleaning anywhere. FixMyHome.com. That's FixMyHome.com.
When your house is in trouble, Fix It 24/7. We'll be there on the double.
Oh, hey, you. It's Nicole Lappin, New York Times bestselling author, the only financial expert you don't need a dictionary to understand, and now the host of the new iHeartRadio daily podcast, Money Rehab. So here's the deal. I'm going to rehab your wallet so that you can get your financial life together once and for all. Because we all have money problems, and the biggest mistake you can make is not admitting you have a problem. Find Money Rehab on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeart radio station. Available everywhere on our free iHeart Radio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts. All in one.
ABC News, I'm Trevor Alt. Facebook's ban on former President Trump's account remains in place for now, an oversight board announcing that decision and sending the issue back to the company for review. ABC News political director Rick Klein explains the impact.
This stings Trump because however he'll spin it about his ability to reach his followers through other means, he needed this mechanism, and if he is not allowed back in, it is going to mean that he's going to have to resurrect his political career if he wants to, using other means.
In a statement, the former president said, quote, "What Facebook, Twitter, and Google have done is a total disgrace and an embarrassment to our country," claiming his free speech has been taken away. Vice President Kamala Harris is in Providence, Rhode Island, holding talks with small business owners and touting the administration's jobs plan and rescue plan benefits. Crews are on site of the deadly train accident.
Hey, is your manager or owner in? My name's Mark Major. I'm with the Tom Martino Show, and we got a caller on basically saying you guys stole something out of his truck, and I'm just trying to figure out your side of the story, or do you know anything about it? Wow. I'm hoping she just put me on hold. That was about as nice as I am when I call up. I mean, you must admit, that was extremely nice. Hey, babe, ask on our chat with the deputies B&M. Does that ring a bell? Hey, Stephanie, Mark Major with the Tom Martino Show. How are you doing? Pretty good. Hey, we've got a caller on right now. His name is Chris, but basically he's saying, I think his son, Austin Williams, dropped off an F-350 for some kind of transmission work or something. You guys did it, but when he picked it up, he's saying you guys stole his, I don't know, something that plugs into the ODB2 connector, some kind of tuner or something like that, and he's saying you guys won't even talk to him or tell him anything when he calls you. So I'm just trying to figure out, do you know anything about it? Maybe you took it out while you were working on it. I mean, I have no idea. Oh.
Fucking Russia.
What do you mean? Whoa, what do you mean? That's crazy. What was he doing? Oh my God. This is the craziest other side of the story I've heard forever. Do you mind if our producer calls you and you just come on air? I mean, he basically just said you were stealing. I think you guys need to say this big time. Is that cool?
Yeah.
I'm going to have her call you on our line right now. So hold tight. Her name's Suzanne. Bye. Oh, baby.
From the Network Sports Graphics, and we're taking a look at your ride this Wednesday morning. Things are looking good as you make your way northbound on I-25 into the Brooklyn area. Not too much for delays, should take about 15 minutes. You have a little bit of a slowdown as you're traveling once you start making your way southbound. You'll be having breaks from I-76. North right now. Fox 35 Pinpoint Weather is ready.
Oh, baby. You're just going to have to sit there and wonder.
So my printer says if you want to allay your guilt, you can pay a fee to replenish the trees that your publication is taking.
Say that again? Oh, get out of here. You're nuts if you're buying into that
I'm not
shit.
buying, but you can if you want. You can offset the trees.
What is the problem? Do we have a lack of trees? Do they not grow when you plant fucking shit? Don't they naturally just pop up in the forest? I don't get it.
Yeah, but there's a there's a time before you can use it.
We get wildfires that if we cut down this shit, people wouldn't leave their houses and shit sometimes. It's nuts. Hey, fix that thing. Oh, she got it. Forget it.
Okay. Wow.
Wait till you hear this.
Okay.
Wait till you hear this, man. Holy moly. I still am dying because B&M we had an issue with. I don't remember if it was good, bad, or indifferent. Shannon, did you send me that waterbed pic?
You motherless son of a bitch.
All right, switching back.
I need somebody.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. We're here to help you, really. That's what we do every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Mountain Time, streamed on YouTube, Facebook, and by the way, also on the iHeart Radio app nationwide. And through our affiliates. So welcome, 303-713-TALK. If you're listening and you don't know when to call, it's 303-MARTINO, okay? Then we'll get to you if you leave a message, 303-627-8466. And this hour brought to you by One Clear Choice Garage Doors. One Clear Choice Garage Doors, which should be your first choice in garage doors as far as, let's say this, if you're moving in, do an inspection. I had a guy who did that, $80. He did an inspection, and they went through it and adjusted it and lubricated it and gave it a lease on life. Or you can get brand new doors or brand new openers. I love these guys. One Clear Choice Doors.com, 720-370-3987. Back to the phones. Now, here's what's going on. Terry has a car. Terry, I think it's his son or whoever, a used car, 2007, 100,000 miles, auto warehouse in Parker. Had a timing chain he knew needed to be done, and or he had a check engine light. He's not complaining about that, but we got him help getting it done at a reasonable price. But now he's having a title issue. Here's the bottom line. If they can't produce title, they have to undo the deal. It's that easy, folks. Did you want to say something to that?
Yeah, well, Terry, first of all, do you want to undo the deal, and do you want me to make a call over there? I'll call over on break.
I do.
Okay.
All right.
I do.
That's it. Enough said.
They've given me so... Okay.
How long have you had it since January? Okay, listen, man, they have to undo this deal or they're going to lose their license. How about that? So Mark's going to call for you.
I appreciate it.
So I followed up during the break.
Yeah.
In fact, recap really quick, but the guy brings his vehicle in.
Are you talking about another car?
Yeah.
Oh, the one where...
Yeah, because we got the owner on. We got to give her some time there.
So Terry, we're going to help you get that deal undone. Now we're switching to a guy, Chris. His son had tranny work done, B&M transmission repair in Colorado Springs on his F-350. The ODB port, the computer port, had an aftermarket computer in it that the kid had with the truck that gave displays and stuff like that. A lot of people do that. Now, it was missing. It's $650. Mark?
Well, I'm going to let Stephanie tell it because it's riveting. Her side of this story is riveting.
So Stephanie is with B&M. And she is in Colorado Springs. Thank you, Stephanie, for chiming in. We always strive to get all sides of a story. Go ahead, Stephanie.
Okay. Yesterday morning, Austin came in complaining about he was missing this, computer piece.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So it was basically what it is it just shows, it'll show you the temperature of the transmission or whatever is going on in your computer.
Yeah.
And this was suction cupped to his windshield. And it's missing all of a sudden. So.
But didn't it plug into the data port as well?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure of all of the details of it.
Can you tell me how long it took him to report this, Stephanie? Did he wait a few days, or did he tell you when he picked up his truck?
From my understanding, he was here to pick it up, or he was here because we were having an issue starting it.
Okay.
So, because of this chip supposedly that's missing.
Okay.
So right off the bat, Austin knows, it won't start because my chip is missing. Okay, Austin, how do you know that? We didn't even know that. So.
Well, hold on. How did he get the truck? How did he get the truck to you?
It was there when he dropped it off.
The chip was.
Yeah, the whole thing was installed when he dropped it off. So keep going, Stephanie.
Okay, so the chip is not part of this aftermarket computer, is it?
Yes.
Yes, that's what he was talking about.
But hold on, though.
That's his chip.
Okay, I understand. But what I need to know is there are plenty of trucks that don't have aftermarket computers that start. Why did this need an aftermarket computer chip to start?
See, and that was my question as well.
So did you find out the truck could not start and asked him why? Or how do you know it could not start? Did you try to start it up?
I personally know, and I don't know the exact details of that.
Okay,
so I don't
but one of your techs could not start the truck. Austin said, my chip is missing. Well, it's easy for him to find that out by looking at his truck.
It's going to be irrelevant in a minute.
Okay, go ahead now.
Okay, so come to find out, he's in here. He's upset that this this computer piece is missing. Of course, who wouldn't be? So he's telling our service advisor up front, hey, this piece is missing from my truck. She advised him to please go ahead and call the police. He does. The police come out, check the surveillance. So they check the surveillance from the business up front and the business beside us, which you can get a very clear view of exactly what's going on in our parking lot. About 7:20 that morning, here comes Austin pulling up in a black Nissan Maxima. He jumps out of the vehicle, gets into his own vehicle, takes something out of it, tries to leave. One of our employees was then coming to work, probably about 7:30-ish, who knows. That's when everyone starts getting here. We open up at about 8. So I believe that the employee kind of spooked him a little bit because he gets back in the car. He tries to leave, but then, has a different thought, gets out of the vehicle and starts pounding on all of the doors to the business.
Wow.
So this is what the police officer found out from the surveillance. So then,
it sounds like he stole his own chip for some weird reason.
Stole his own computer piece. Do we know that for certain? No, but that vehicle was locked.
Hold on. So, okay, I mean, you absolutely, positively have that. You have it. I mean, you have it.
They have that video of him before they even open, driving up and in a different car, him hopping into that truck, grabbing something, then coming out of it. That's pretty damn odd.
All right, now, hold on, and let's talk to Dad, because he may not know this, and this is Chris. Hey, Chris, if there is surveillance video date-stamped and time-stamped, that's going to be pretty damning evidence, sir.
Well, I absolutely wouldn't want to see that because I just can't believe that. Why would he want me to do all this?
I find it hard to believe that he would. But I'm not doubting.
It's the cops that found the video.
Now,
it's not them.
Here's one thing I know for sure, Chris. Or not for sure, but let's say 98% for sure. Stephanie at B&M Transmission would be crazy to come on the air and publicly state the police pulled surveillance footage and saw this. I mean, she'd be crazy because it's so easy to knock that down if it's not the truth. And she'd be known as a liar, and B&M would. I don't think anyone would do that. I mean, not just make up a story. Doesn't it seem, do you think she's lying? I don't.
I can't tell you if she's lying, but my son wouldn't do that. I wouldn't think so.
Could it be someone else? Could it be someone else? I don't know. Stephanie, are you sure it was Austin? His name is, I guess, we've come to find out. Are you sure it was Austin?
Positive.
Now, why wouldn't they then... Why wouldn't they arrest him? Hold on. Why wouldn't they arrest him for false reporting? I mean, this guy reports a theft, and he's the one that did it. That should be a charge.
Yep.
So at first, that was my understanding that's what was going to happen. I do not know the outcome. I do know I did see the police officer and Austin in the front office, but I did not personally speak to the police officer. I don't know what he charged him with or if he did or did not. All I know is that's the surveillance that was pulled.
You know what? I'm going to call down there to the PIO.
Oh, yeah. We're going to find out.
Yeah, so give Suzanne, Stephanie, the information you have on the officer that was there so I have a place to start.
Now, Stephanie, I'd like to ask you something.
I have the police report number if you want that.
Yeah, we need that, too. Now,
That'd be
listen,
great.
Stephanie, did you see the video?
I did not personally see the video,
Then you're reading.
How do you know it's Austin, then?
Because the cops said so.
The police told
The cops said so.
Well, he was talking to... Why wouldn't he be arrested immediately?
I don't know.
Talking to him.
These are all good questions. All good questions.
And they're not for me.
And no, I get Stephanie. Stephanie, you know what? I want to say this. No matter what, we truly appreciate you cooperating. Hold on. We got more because we still need cooperation, and we need to find out the police. And Suze will talk to Stephanie off the air, and we'll figure this one out. Folks, you stay tuned because we're going to follow this through. I'm Tom Martino as the Troubleshooter turns.
Hey, this is Dan Kaplis. One of the best parts of my job is that I get to work with so many...
We're going up from here. We're up, just so you know. I'm going to go call... Let me see if she can't send me that. What dealer did he say it was? Do you remember the dealer I'm supposed to call? Parker dealership, can't get the title.
I'm sorry. What spot, bro?
They're freaking affordable. Affordable interest
Is
in
that
Rocky Mountain IB.
Put Rocky Mountain IB in there, please.
Rocky Mountain IB.
Let's talk about Rocky Mountain IV Medics, and I'm going to tell you why. My daughter, now she's 16, was sick at home, really sick, and she needed some hydration. They went there, and immediately she started turning the corner, and the antibiotics started working. Isn't this wonderful? I called Rocky Mountain IV Medics to have IV therapy in her home. Now listen to this. I have it in my home once a month. You can have it too. And you don't pay a dime more than if you went somewhere else, like an IV bar hydration place. Why go to a clinic when you can have it at home for hydration, wellness, supplements, hangovers, migraines, whatever it is? RockyMountainIVMedics.com. I can give you personal experience. 720-987-2155. Same-day appointments, text or call 720-987-2155. Okay? The liquid loan, you know about it. Why am I emphasizing it? Because rates have never been so low and equities have never been so high. That's a combination for a tremendous line of credit. Now, I'm not suggesting willy-nilly you go spend your money on your equity, but listen to this. Equity is truly not really earned. Equity is just something the market gives to you. It's a grace. Think about it. It's others' perception of what your house is worth. So now's the time to pay off high interest debt and all of that with the liquid loan. And the liquid loan allows you to pay it down fast if you want and slow if you need to. So it's all in your control. You don't have to stretch out payments for 30 years. You don't have to make a payment. If you can't, you just do interest. 720-895-0500, AImortgage.net. Ask Kurt or his team about the liquid loan, 720-895-0500, or, of course, conventional loans, AImortgage.net.
Hi, Dan Cicchini with Dunright.
Thank you, sorry.
Need a replacement windows and doors. Spring and home show season is the best time to get...
Jeez, my God, man.
No, that just blasted out of
You know, I don't like this dealership.
Why?
Oh, no. I'll tell you on air.
Wait. Okay.
This is the one with the Volkswagen, no title. Oh, wait till you hear what he tells me.
Yeah.
Our countertop options...
I mean, no. In fact, when he told me, I literally had to say, really, that's your response? And he reiterated.
Your full project now. For select install dates, you enjoy our traditional 8% home show savings. Call and check us out. Whether it's a kitchen, bath, some counters or floors, or even replacement windows and doors, Dad, as always, you have our word will treat you right at Dunright. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or drhi.com.
If you're selling a home, you most likely want to buy one too. You will never find a better team than Frank Duran, the realestateman.com.
If you're selling and buying a home, my team and I will show you how we leverage your position so you never get stuck selling your current home without a place to live. Your best interest is what's important to us.
I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino, urging you to use Frank Duran, the realestateman.com. With RE/MAX Alliance, 303-920-1620. Buy and build kitchen and bath now, 560 South Wapan. You go west on Alameda from I-25, then to Wapan, go south 2 blocks, you'll find 560 South Wapan. A big, beautiful warehouse. It used to be big and ugly. Remember that one? Buy and build kitchen and bath, totally different, including installation now with their services. I took advantage of it. It was a beautiful job. You'll save tons of money on your kitchens and baths, counters and cabinets. 303-295-6022, buyandbuild.net.
Hey everybody, Jay Farmer here, CEO of Rocket Mortgage and Rocket Companies. Last year, we saw historically low mortgage interest rates. In fact, over 1 million homeowners took advantage of refinancing or buying a new home with Rocket Mortgage. What you may not know is that interest rates are already starting to increase again, and it's likely that trend is only going to continue. Our team of experts is standing by to help you save before rates go up. With an official mortgage review from Rocket Mortgage, you'll see...
You know the lady with the
by making a move...
Lexus and the battery kept dying?
Next few weeks, and wish that you would take
She just called. I just emailed it to you. Get her back on.
Home loan earlier than planned. You could even take cash out of your home to pay off high-interest debt, complete home repairs, or bulk up on an emergency fund. When you want to secure a low rate, Rocket can. Call 833-8-ROCKET or visit rocketmortgage.com.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states and MLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
I'm Fox 31 1 meteorologist Kylie Burst. Today we're looking at high close to 60 degrees and partly cloudy skies. Please keep an eye out for
You know what today is, right? What? Oh, National. Hold on. Don't tell me. Let me see. National Day of Prayer.
You can count on Indeed.
I don't know about that. That's not what I was saying.
Oh. Candidates faster.
What is today? May what? May 5th. Cinco de Mayo. There you go.
It's Ross Kaminsky. Mornings at 6.
You know what yesterday was? May the 4th be with you. Yesterday was Star Wars. May the 4th be with you. Why can't virtually every day is something? I bet you if you Google May 6th, it'll be something.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. So which one do we address first? We have Chris yes.
So for Chris, Deputy Ken is calling the El Paso sheriffs right now to find out why they did not press charges on the kids. So we should have a comment here soon on that.
Awesome.
Good.
I talked to the dealership that isn't delivering title.
Okay, let's talk
for
about
the
that
VW.
One. So that's Terry, right? Terry, a used car.
Terrence, yeah.
And it's in January 31st, VW Touareg, a 3.6 liter, 2007. What happened? 100,000 miles, auto warehouse in Parker. He can't get title. What do they say, Mark?
Well, I called up and I explained it. He said, well, I'll deal with the customer directly, which is fine. I said,
it's fine.
I said, but you're not. I said, when you call up, all you guys tell them is you can't get the title. It's been 4 months. I said, would you like to come on? And he said, no comment.
Okay.
And then I said, really, that's your answer? The guy can't get a title for 4 months, and your comment is no comment?
Well, I don't get it. I mean,
that was it.
I mean, what, is he watching too many movies? No comment? There's no comment here.
And he's acting, bring Terry up. He's acting like, Terry's never called him about this. Terry, I assume you've tried to get that title numerous times.
Did you tell him he's going to have to undo the deal, Mark?
Yeah, I told him. I said, this is way past any kind of time frame that anybody would look at as normal or acceptable.
I want to make clear, no one owes us a comment, okay, as long as they handle it with the customer. And he said he would, right, Mark? What does that mean?
I have no idea because, Terry, how many times have you talked to him about getting the title?
It's in the 5 or 6 range.
Let's see. Maybe you have the wrong number. What number were you using to call? Let's see if it matches Mark's. Hold on. This is the Auto Warehouse, who has no comment and will not help so far Terry get his title since January 31st. January 31st. So let's count. Then we have February, March, April, 3 full months, and now 5 days in May, Cinco de Mayo. So we have 3 months and 5 days.
No, you can't even count anymore. That's 4 months.
Hold on. I'm sorry. No.
He purchased January 30th or something, Mark.
Yeah. So February would be 1 full month. March, April.
And now it's May.
Yeah, but 5 days into May. 3 months, 5 days. But where you're getting off is on January.
Okay.
He purchased it the last day of January.
All right.
So what number did you call for this auto warehouse? What number did you call, Terry? First you.
720.
And get that cough checked. Okay. I'm sorry. 720.
398-6633.
And 6633.
Is that the one you called, Mark?
Yeah, I called 720-398-6633. 720-398-6633.
Now, you're sure it was 720-398-6633?
Yes.
And I think when you're in business, this is just me, people like feedback because they want to know what the perception of themselves or what their let me rephrase. They want to know the perception of their business, especially online. So they go and look at reviews and they look at all kinds of stuff because what businesses want to do, especially when they're selling cars, they want people's trust. So I think it's a public service to companies when we let them know when they're falling short of trust. Now, I want to make a few things clear because I know what's going to happen. Auto Warehouse is going to have their attorney listen to this because it always happens. People just get pissed off, and instead of doing the right thing, they'll spend money doing the wrong thing. So let's talk about this. Mr. or Mrs. or Ms. or whatever the hell you are, attorney, okay? One of the 14 genders. Okay, if Mr. Legal or Mrs. Legal person, legal people, let's put it that way, legal people, LPs, you need to hear this. It is not unusual for titles to be delayed. No problem. No, it's not unusual. However, what is reasonable will have to be decided by courts. I can't decide it.
Or the dealer board.
It's been 3 months and 5 days so far. The main problem we have is that Terry claims he is not getting a response. Is that truly what you're saying, Terry? You're not getting a response. Remember, you're talking to their attorneys now. They're going to be listening to this. Terry?
Well, when I call, they tell me that they have to reach out to the auction house, New Mexico. That's the only story I've ever gotten. But the first story I received when I spoke to the young lady, she said she had the paperwork, and this is quote unquote, and that she just hadn't taken the time to fill out the paperwork to get over to me.
Okay, did you ever do what are you doing about tags, temp tags?
Well, right now they sent me a temp tag. Then after I screamed and hollered about the expire, they sent me another one.
Okay,
so
good. Okay, these are
now.
good things. Okay, I don't want to make it sound like they're a bunch of ripoffs because I don't think they are. But I just want to put it in the proper perspective. They are not being of service because they should communicate with you more. They should be proactive and not wait for you to call. Because here's what I want to know: have they ever initiated communication to you?
No, I always make
exactly.
But to be a dealer in Colorado, they are bound to delivering title to a vehicle in a reasonable amount of time.
That's right, Mark. One last question: did you do a Carfax or a title search on this?
Well, no, not on my own.
Okay,
no.
Terry, do you have a copy of one?
Let me see what I have.
Here's why I'm asking. Mark, do we have any on our account, or you have?
Yeah, I can do one.
I want to know where that came from. I want to know the story of the vehicle. So let's do that. If give whatever we need. Suze, we got to get enough information to run a Carfax.
VIN number, that's it.
VIN number. 303-713-8255. So basically, Auto Warehouse in Parker is not being of service. They probably didn't rip off the guy. They probably want a title. I can see no reason why they would sell something and not want a title. But communicate. Communicate.
I'm reading.
And when a consumer advocacy show calls, be proactive. You don't owe it to us, but you can say, yeah, Tom, we're disappointed. This thing sucks. It's been going on too long. We want to help this guy. Don't worry about it. We're going to give him temps as long as he needs them, blah, blah, blah. But you didn't. You just don't sound like you care. At Auto Warehouse in Parker, 720-398-6633.
The second review I'm reading on them on Google is basically what I just dealt with calling over there. This is the most rudest, condescending, arrogant SOB you will ever talk to.
What's the guy's name over there? What is his
He didn't even say. I talked to a young lady.
Oh, a young lady.
And then she said, hold on, and she put me through to somebody on a cell phone, basically, and he just said, how can I help you?
Richard, what's your comment, sir?
Well, hi, Tom. Yeah, I used to work over at Mannheim, which is the auto auction.
Yeah.
They also, the other name they use is Denver Auto Auction.
Right.
Would it be worth a quick call to Mannheim with the VIN number to say, hey, where was the?
Well, he got it in New Mexico.
You're assuming. Why are you assuming? Yeah. Here's what we're going to do. I think the Carfax will tell us, but since you bothered to call in, Richard. Are you telling? Oh, I'm sorry. He hung up. Damn it. I wanted to ask him. But, okay, Richard, thank you, by the way, for those comments. Now, Gravina and Rosemarie, I got to get started. She's been waiting a while. And, well, okay, so, Rosemarie.
Yeah.
Tell your story, dear.
Okay. So, and I'm calling on behalf of my mother-in-law. And she had reached out to you guys back, I think, in June.
What happened?
So anyhow, November of 2020, she had been getting some estimates for replacing a sliding glass door. She had Gravina's come out, was one of them, and she did sign a contract the day that they came out, which was November 18th. The next day, the salesperson, who was just there at her house on November 18th, had called her on November 19th and told her that they were not able to get the glass door that she wanted because she wanted blinds in the panels.
I remember this. I think I do. She had it done, and now they call and say we have the door.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So months later now.
But
February,
so what? So what? She didn't pay for it.
Well, hold on. They require a 25% deposit down. She wrote them a check, and she handed it to the sales guy.
For how much?
November 18th. It was like for $864.
But why would she do that if she didn't sign the contract and didn't plan on doing it?
No. She did plan on doing it because she was going to go forward and do it.
But when they said they didn't have it, why didn't she say, I want my money back?
He did. So he didn't know that. The sales guy didn't know that they couldn't get the door. So the next day, he called her and said, we cannot get the glass door. She replied, send me my check back. And he did. He sent her check back.
Oh.
So,
then why are you calling?
Yeah, why are you calling?
Because Nick Gravina now calls her months later. So this happened in November.
I get it.
Her in February and says, you did not cancel properly. And she says, no, wait, hold on. I did cancel. I already talked to Jason. This is over and done with. He sent my check back. And so he's contacting her saying, no, you didn't cancel the right way. You have 3 days to have a written cancellation with the contract because of Colorado state law. So
hold on. Just hold on, all right? I don't even want to go through this again. I heard everything you said. You're absolutely right. He's absolutely right. I mean, if you have an in-home sale, there's a 3-day right to rescind, which must be disclosed in the contract, and you have 3 days, and you have to put it in writing 3 business days. Now, hold on.
Okay.
That's if you have a contract. But you did not even have a contract, or he can't produce one, and unless he can go pound salt.
Right.
Now, even if he does produce a contract, let's say he does, but you're positive she didn't sign a contract. Is that right? Hello?
Yeah.
I bet she did.
So listen, Rosemarie. Let's take 2 scenarios. One, he can't produce a contract. Tell him to pound salt, take me to court, do whatever you need. You can't prove we made a contract, period. Now, scenario 2, he can produce a contract. You canceled. And here's the thing. They acknowledged it by returning the check, and even though he said you technically didn't do it properly, there is something that government uses all the time. Courts use it all the time. I'm not giving legal advice. I'm telling you what I've heard and what our attorneys have said. It's something called substance over form, which, when it comes to notice, is known as notice in fact. So what does that mean? Technically, you're supposed to give a 30-day notice, let's say, in writing for an apartment, or you're supposed to give 3-day notice for this or 3-day notice for that. If you truly did give that notice, but it was technically not the way they wanted it, the point is they acknowledged it, and it was truly a notice in fact anyway. So I personally don't think you have a lot to worry about, but hey, you know, I don't know how aggressive Gravina is going to be. Gravina, they've been around a long time. Listen, they got Gravina brothers. Some are good, some are bad, some suck, some don't. It depends. It's like a crapshoot with Gravinas. Which Gravina are you going to get? So at this point, I wouldn't worry about it, and I don't know why you are.
Get her info, Suzanne.
Get your info, and we'll contact them.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Gravina's Window Center.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, taking a look at your ride this Wednesday morning. Heads up if you make your way through the
This segment sponsored by Gravina Window Center. Right after we get Gravina called.
That's unbelievable.
That's wrong.
Unbelievable.
But we can't help it.
And as you make your way through Wheat Ridge, Wadsworth drivers between 38th and I-70, they are undergoing some pothole repairs, so you may see some delays through that area as well. Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather today. Expect a high of about 62 degrees. Mostly sunny day, but you will.
I want to see this Army of the Dead.
What is it?
New Netflix movie.
Oh, no. Is it about zombies?
After a zombie outbreak in Las Vegas, a group of mercenaries.
I'm all zombie all the time. Fucking zombies. My jam.
They're releasing it in theaters first. It's Netflix.
Granite Liquidators are the people that sell wholesale to the public. But they should be called Granite Liquidators, Stone Liquidators, basically, just liquidators, right? Because you can get marble, quartzite, granite, you buy the whole slab, you don't have to settle for the tiny little samples. You can't tell from a sample. Listen to this. You walk the yard in Wheat Ridge. Call for an appointment first or go on graniteliquidators.com. You pick the slab, put your name on it, and then you have your contractor pick it up. They'll hold it there for you while you shop for things that match and while you get everything else arranged. If you know you're going to want stone, you can buy it first. That's graniteliquidators.com, 303-835-9745, graniteliquidators.com. So everyone is scrambling right now for landscaping. And if you don't have a landscaper, or even if you do, check out Mr. Green Jeans. Mr. Green Jeans is a family-owned and operated business since '91. Tammy and Bob Dahlbotten and their son Travis and their team of experts for maintenance, cleanup, aeration, tree and shrub care, sprinkler stuff, fertilizer treatments, whatever you need, they have. MrGreensLLC.com. 303-426-4945. My landscaper, 303-426-4945.
Experiencing pipe leaks or low water pressure? Is your water bill unexpectedly high? These are signs of pipe failure due to old corroded pipes. Only a whole house repipe.
Hey, Rosemary, it's Mark. How are you? Hey, good. Is that your mom's name or your name? What's the contract under? What's your mom's name?
Okay, are you officially done with the auto
CK or
warehouse?
CH?
And then the only
Auto
thing,
warehouse, damn it, the
dealership.
Whoa. They already did that?
I think, hold on, we were going to kiss him goodbye.
There's got to be more to this. I know
Are you gonna
that.
kiss him
There's
goodbye?
got to be more to this.
I just need.
Are you sure? Did she have other work done?
And then I can kiss Chris off. We can just say our deputy left a message for the officer. We're waiting for a call back. We'll call you back when we hear. Okay, so
Got
those two. Then we can clear those two lines.
Listen, you don't have to say the whole thing again. What I'm trying to figure out, is there anything else I'm missing? When I reach out to Nick, is he going to turn around and say, well, we did do the windows, and she hasn't paid us for those, or anything? It was just the door. What was the sales guy's name?
And when you work with American Financing, you don't just benefit from custom loans, you actually get...
And will Jason admit that he said he couldn't get the door?
...in Colorado, so you can feel confident you're buying the right property at an affordable price with the best possible loan program. At American Financing, they are really in it for you. They're your one.
Anyhow, I'm gonna make a call. I will call you back. All right. If you're on the other line, don't worry about it.
Move up to something bigger or buy a vacation home by calling.
Just for a minute. Okay. Hold on. Just hold tight. Hold tight. This is like the crazy fucking day. There's got to be more to this one. I mean, there has to be.
HotTubs.com of Colorado Springs is one of the only hot tub dealers in the country who bought it.
You got to go back to her real quick, okay? Comprende, muchacho?
Which one?
The lady with Gravinas. She left something out that's pretty fucking big.
If you bought a tub somewhere else and you can't get it, you may be able to apply that money towards one of our tubs. Codes HotTubs.com. COS HotTubs.com.
Hey, it's Ross. When it comes to family safety and personal protection, you've got to have a hero on your side. So this Mother's Day, give Mom the gift of safety and home protection with a Hero 2020, a non-lethal pepper-based concealed weapon. One of the smallest weapons in its class. My wife and I already have one. Moms across America are endorsing Hero 2020 to protect their homes and loved ones. And I even practiced with it myself. Give Mom the gift of personal safety by getting started at Hero2020.com. Use code ROSS for free shipping. That's Hero2020.com.
Do roller coaster stock markets make you nervous? With such frequent up and downs, don't let market volatility derail your retirement. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, Saturday on 630 KHOW. If you're concerned about the markets, call today to schedule a complimentary review of your portfolio. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or online, yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
This is Dave Logan from the law offices of Dan Campos, a serious law firm for serious cases.
Denver's talk station.
Online at khow.com.
Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-8255. Oh, man, I'm up against the clock. I'm such a bad person sometimes. I got to get to the phones now. One thing at a time. Suze, tell me what to do. And now, okay, so Chris, we're going to call you back, but here's the bottom line. You say when your son's truck went in for work on the tranny for a B&M transmission and repair, it came out with a missing computer that was plugged into the data port. They claim he came and got it, and they have surveillance footage to prove it from police. If that's the case, why wasn't he arrested for false reporting? And we're going to get to the bottom of it. So, we'll call you back. Then, we have Mark, who's been investigating Rosemarie, who says her mom ordered a door from Gravina's. Now, I don't know which Gravina. Okay?
It's the one Nick Gravina's works at.
So, Rosemarie, your mom ordered a door. My goodness, that noise.
You know, I talked to her
okay, so here's the bottom line. I'm not bringing her up. The noise is too much.
Yeah, so here's the deal, though.
Here's the thing. She said they ordered the door, and that the door never came. They got a refund, and now they're coming back saying you didn't cancel.
Well, not just that. They've literally put a lien on it, according to her.
A lien on the house.
Yeah, so I just emailed Nick. I asked him if I can have 5 minutes when the top of the hour, and my guess is he'll say yes. I'll call him up and figure out what's going on.
Now, here's the deal. There's no reason for them to put a lien on the house. They didn't do any work, and besides, they need to produce a written contract.
I bet they have that, but that makes no difference here. The salesman said we can't get the door and mailed her check back. That's the part I'm not getting.
Well, Mark,
Don't assume they have a contract. Rosemary.
Hello. This isn't Rosemary.
All right, hold on. That's okay. Suze,
I think she's taking too much testosterone.
Can you find out who's on 4? Don't hang up. Find out who that is, please, so we can help that person. I picked up somebody else that obviously called in. 303-713-TALK. We got to clear line 1 as well. We're done with it. So, Kent, your turn. Hi, Kent. What's happening?
Good afternoon, Tom. So, our daughter gave us tickets to a Jeff Dunham concert. She purchased the tickets in December of 2019.
Oh.
Ticket for a total of $516 and some change.
Man, so many people are caught up with this, because of the...
I can already tell you, here's what he's going to say.
What?
StubHub won't do anything for them, and they're secondary on that market. So whoever actually put on the concert probably refunded the original buyer who put them on StubHub, and the original buyer is who owes these people the money. Am I on the right track?
No, our daughter bought the tickets on a credit card through StubHub before any of the shows were recanceled.
And then?
So we've called StubHub multiple times.
And here's the point, though. StubHub is where people resell tickets. So
okay,
the concert people have nothing to do with it. Even if the concert people refunded every dime, they have nothing to do with you getting your money. You dealt with someone. You dealt with StubHub, and StubHub dealt with someone selling tickets. Now, Mark, do you know? Is it just a broker site, or is it a consignment site, or does StubHub buy the ticket?
Honestly, Suzanne might know more than that.
Suzanne, how does StubHub work? Do you know?
Yes, Tom?
How does it work, StubHub?
Well, I don't buy tickets from StubHub, Tom, because I don't like second-party dealings like that.
Yeah, but they're buying and selling
tickets.
tickets.
They're a lot like Ticketmaster and everyone else. If the show is still on rescheduled mode, they're not refunding those tickets. I had to wait until my concert got canceled before I could get a refund. As long as my artist said she was rescheduling, I could not get a refund. Then she said it was canceled, and we got a refund.
Here's what they say. StubHub themselves take no personal responsibility.
And they never have.
The seller is who you're dealing with, and yes, you can be scammed. So this is the worst way to buy a ticket because it's the seller and it's not StubHub. They disclaim all obligation when you sign up.
And whoever actually bought the tickets and listed them on StubHub probably got the refund.
See?
Not if it's not been canceled, Mark.
Kent, let's let you answer this. Was the concert canceled?
No, it's been rescheduled.
Then you won't no one will get a refund.
And you know what? It's Jeff Dunham. For what it's worth, we saw him in Vegas. He's great.
Now, Kent, did you buy these yourself?
They were on my credit card, yes.
Well, who bought them? Kent?
Our daughter bought them for us as a Christmas present.
On your credit card. Sounds a lot like my kids. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's nice. That's really nice. So it's still on your credit card. Did you go through your credit card at all?
Well, there was no need to because they didn't start delay. It was for a April 4th, 2020 show, which is 60 days past the credit card gives you, 60 days?
No, not when it's still pending. Even though the original charge was, it's 60 days for quality. Listen to this. For quality and billing issues. There is no time limit for fraud. I call it fraud when they charge for something I didn't get and they refuse to refund. That's fraud. There is no time limit.
Yeah.
Or if there is one, it's longer than norm. It's way more than 2.
It sounds like right now you might be panicking a little too quick because if they reschedule it, maybe those tickets will be good.
Yeah. So that's what I want to ask you.
So
they will be good.
Wait. They've rescheduled to August 1st, then August 15th.
Yep,
and
typical.
Now October 24th.
Typical.
3 p.m. That's a Sunday afternoon.
Well, that's okay. Hold on. That's not their fault. That's because of Uncle Joe. I mean, he keeps moving the target later.
Hey, I hate to do this, but I have got some consumer news out there that just broke.
All right, hold on.
It's crazy.
Tell your smart device to play 630 KHOW on iHeartRadio. Then you can hear news and talk that impacts your life.
Getting 630 KHOW from iHeartRadio.
Denver's talk station. Available on over 2,000 devices. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by your local Ford store.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, taking a look at your ride this Wednesday morning. You've got a clear drive as you make your way into Thornton from downtown Denver.
A little slow spot between 51st and 58th. It's going to slow you down too much. Looking at about a 15-minute drive. Just got reports of a accident, though, in the North Denver Thornton area at 84th and Greenwood, so you want to use caution if you are headed through that area. Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather, expect a high of about 62 degrees today, a low of 39 degrees, and potential for scattered thunderstorms and showers. Current temperature is 45.
You good?
Hey, Thomas,
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So Ford built the cars, trucks, and SUVs of the future for everyone. Built to get through any environment. Built Ford tough and built for America. Check out Ford's complete line of cars, trucks, and SUVs at your local Ford store today.
All right, Frank Duran, the real estate man, I'm going to give it to you straight. If you want to know how much your house is worth, you need to call him up. He'll do a free evaluation. Suzanne and I had him do one probably about 4 or 5 months ago on our house, and we're not even looking at selling. The reason we wanted to know is how much equity do you have in there. And then, of course, if Frank does it for you and you do decide to sell, he's already met you, and he's already wooed you because that's what he'll do. He's Frank Duran, the real estate man, and he sells more homes in 1 month than other realtors sell in an entire year. 303-920-1622. And when you buy that gorgeous new house and you get it from Frank and you want to get new countertops, you know where we went? TheArtofGranite.com. Suzanne and I had Mitch Floria's folks come out. They do all the measurements, the templates. They give you a price right there, and they stick to that price. They're great people for countertops and for cabinets and sinks. It's absolutely beautiful, and you'll save money. Go to TheArtofGranite.com, TheArtofGranite.com.
Baseball Contact. Heating up and Coors Field is the place to be. Limited number of tickets are available. Come on. They come in Monterey, Red, and bags, games and May. And all day games are on sale now. Go to Rockets.com/tickets.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you want excellence in roofing, Excel Roofing. They don't hand you a blank contract and expect you to sign over the entire insurance check. They want you to know exactly what So get up there and inspect it.
Did you look at this news? Don't say it because we're on in here.
Then you'll know where you stand.
Hey, Nick, hey, real quick, man. This lady called in. I got her name right here. But here's the bottom line. She's saying a salesman came to her. She purchased this door from you guys, gave a check for 25% down on the door. In fact, the woman's calling for her mother, so I'm hearing it secondhand. But anyhow, your sales guy calls the next day and says, we can't get this door. And he sends her the 25% deposit back, according to them, and she gets the check back. But then months later, you call her, according to the daughter, and say, hey, she never canceled that contract, so we're going to put a lien on your house. And apparently, I guess you guys did put a lien on your house. Yes, that's her. That's right.
Tell politicians we cannot afford their state.
She's on the phone right now, basically. So what do you mean it's done?
What do you look for in an auto repair facility? I'll bet you no matter what it is, you'll find it at Sheridan Auto Tech, in business more than 20 years with thousands of satisfied customers. Yep. How do I love these, Sheridan? Let's see. Honesty, value, experience, knowledge, convenience. 2 locations. On Colfax, just west of Wadsworth, and in Aurora on Havana, just south of 6th Avenue. 303-455-7242. 455-7242. SheridanAutotech.com. That's SHERIDAN.
Hi, it's Mandy Call. Join my friends Gary Bell and Brad Pollock for the Bell and Pollock Legal Show right here on KHOW every Saturday morning at 7. It's a live call-in show to give color-ons like you free legal advice on any topic you'd like to discuss with us.
Ever put together a piece of furniture using just that one tiny tool that came in the box? Imagine the frustration of getting to retirement and realizing you don't have the tools you need.
Tommy, I saw you deleted Terry's line with the dealership title issue.
Probably was.
Did you kiss him off? I just wanted to let him go if you did, or?
Yes, but we said that we're working. I believe we said yes. We're going to get a car back. That's what Martin was doing.
Oh. You feel alone, and you may not know where to turn, but we're here to help you and your family. Partnership to End Addiction offers free resources, guidance, and
I'm in trouble, right?
Just a click away. To End Addiction, start with connection. To learn more, reach out to us at drugfree.org.
At CW, we get the people who need to sign here are always here.
Tell me about it. I'm always chasing down signatures. I go through pens.
Let's do consumer news, and then
Sounds like you need to know.
just goose the calls and tell them we're all going to be back with them because I think we're going to be up against it.
Integrated with existing tools, sign can save your organization
So
time.
you're going to get the consumer
Thank
news.
goodness. I can finally
What's
take
going
my
on, Mark?
shoes off.
No, back on. IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Find out more at CDW.
I got you. I understand. That's all I needed, Nick. I got it, but it's all handled. Okay. Okay, I got you, man. You want to come on and talk about it, or you just want me to relay it? It's not a big deal either way. Yeah, she was on, yes. Today. Like, in fact, she still might be on. But it's no, I understand where you're coming from. She left that part out that you just told me the next day when you couldn't get the one door.
630 KL.
I don't know. I got to run, though, because I'm going back on, man. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right, listen, we're going to run out of time, but I want to tell people, Kent, we're going to deal with your ticket problem. I want you to hang on, all right? Just hang on. This is really important, Chris, and we did not forget about you and the battery issue with Cooney Lexus. So please, if you hang on, we're going to come back. And the same, now Mark, hang on. I will promise I'll take you too. So all three of you, Mark.
We've got huge news.
What is the news?
Federal judge today, an hour or two ago, vacated a nationwide freeze on evictions. It's done. You can evict people now if you are a freaking landlord.
Wait a minute. A federal judge did it. It wasn't just a press.
He vacates the CDC's eviction moratorium.
They can't interfere with private business, is what they're saying.
It took them a long time, but it was done today. If you're a landlord trying to collect.
Hang on for more of that.
No one has been immune to the economic effects COVID is leaving behind. Some of you have called my show about back taxes and unfiled returns. Hello, I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. Do you owe $20,000 or more in back taxes? Has it been years since you filed? Then I highly recommend my friends Ron and Jack Larson. Larson Tax Relief, the tax resolution experts I use on my show. Larson will immediately get between you and the IRS and state tax collectors. Relieve your stress knowing that you're finally dealing with this problem and that Larson will get you the best possible settlement. Way better than you could ever do on your own. Brothers Ron and Jack Larson guarantee you will be satisfied with the care and services they provide. Larson Tax Relief, a nationwide company with their headquarters conveniently right here in Colorado. Call for your free evaluation. 844-LARSON-TAX. 844-LARSON tax or LarsonTaxRelief.com. Tell them Tom Martino sent you. 844-LARSON-TAX.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeart radio station. Available everywhere on our free iHeart Radio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts. All in one.
ABC News, I'm Trevor Alt. President Biden slipping out of the White House with Secret Service in tow for a stop to visit a Mexican restaurant in Washington, D.C.
Tell me about how many employees you have now and how many you had when you were going forward.
He ordered takeaway from Las Gemelas Taqueria on this Cinco de Mayo, but also stopped to highlight the owners and staff who received direct COVID relief from the Restaurant Revitalization Fund, part of the president's American Rescue Plan. Former President Trump called the decision by Facebook's oversight board to uphold the social media company's suspension of his accounts a, quote, disgrace and an embarrassment to the country, claiming free speech violations. The board kicking a final decision on a permanent ban for violating company policy back to Facebook for further review. Peloton announcing a recall of its treadmills immediately, telling customers to stop using them following concerns over safety of a newer treadmill. This is ABC News. Members of the Indian delegation at the G7 summit in London are self-isolating after testing positive
for virus. ABC's Mary Alice Park reports.
U.S. Secretary of State Blinken.
That eviction thing is big, folks. There's going to be a rush to the courts now.
Delegation. They were all in one conference room. But look, it was a big conference room. They had their masks on for that meeting. They were socially distanced. And the Americans feel like those redundant security health precautions have really helped mitigate the risk here.
It could be the end of the line for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Israel's president has tapped opposition leader Yair Lapid to form a new government. He has 4 weeks to form a unity government. A woman in Mali is now the mother of nonuplets. She gave birth to 9 babies, 5 girls and 4 boys. She was expected to have 7 babies, but ultrasound missed 2 of the siblings. Mom and her newborns are all doing well. Trevor Alt, ABC News.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering sites and solutions for every industry, with 24/7 support and experienced staff at over 250 local branches. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At CW, we get the people who need to sign here aren't always here.
Tell me about it. I'm always chasing down signatures. I go through pens and shoes like chewing gum.
Sounds like you need Adobe Sign orchestrated by CDW to securely automate e-signatures and workflows across devices from anywhere. Integrated with existing tools, Sign can save your organization time, money, and miles.
Thank goodness. I can finally take these shoes off.
No. Back on. IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Find out more at cdw.com/Adobe Sign.
630 KHOW has your chance to win $1,000. Listen at 5 past the hour for the 12K a day giveaway. Listen for the keyword and enter it on our website, KHOW.com, for your chance to win $1,000. Sponsored by Guy Reese.
Brighten your home and save 10% on Benjamin Moore Paint by joining the Guy Reese loyalty program. Stop by a store or go to GUIRY.
Yeah, this judge plain out said the CDC does not have broad authority to impose anything like that. I want to really get all the 12 news stories. I mean, what do you think?
Leaders unveiled a more than $5 billion transportation package to fix roads and bridges, as well as invest in electric vehicle charging infrastructure. Currently, there's only one Republican sponsor of the bill, but Springs Mayor John Suthers is also going along with it.
I personally would prefer more money into highway construction. I'm a political realist, and I understand political compromise.
New fees on gas, ride-sharing services, retail orders, and electric vehicle registrations, plus money from the general fund will pay for it. In its current form, it would cost a driver about $28 in the first year. Winter Park is extending its ski and snowboard season once again. The resort says Mary
Come on, I hate some of these websites, man.
And hey, you want to buy a bridge? CDOT trying to unload part of the Gunnison River Bridge just east of Delta. The 83-year-old bridge is the longest of the state's remaining camelback pony truss bridges. You have to figure out how to relocate and reassemble the bridge. CDOT says you can't adopt it. That's the latest. I'm Chuck Clark.
Now, Impact Traffic.
Report is sponsored by Audible. From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, taking a look at your ride this Wednesday morning. You've got a clear drive as you make your way into Thornton from downtown. A little slow spot between 51st and 58th. Not going to slow you down too much. You're looking at about a 15-minute drive. Just got reports of a accident, though, in the north.
Yep, you know what? The Department of Justice will have more to say today, it says.
If you are headed through that area. Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather, expect a high of about 62 degrees today, a low of 39 degrees, and potential for scattered thunderstorms and showers. Current temperature is 45 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather.
Oh, this is amazing.
Give spring a whole new sound with Audible Plus. Listen all you want to thousands of select Audible originals, audiobooks, and podcasts, including exclusive series.
The Gravinus one?
The Audible Plus trial when you sign up at audible.com.
Can you bring her back up?
Of course. I don't
know. Oh, let's talk about this.
No, she's not there.
Okay, well, I talked to Nick, so I got that scoop. Once again, it's like,
if we can get the Gravina woman on, we talk to them.
Yeah.
Nights and weekends. All his ratings online are 5 stars. Why should
I am so slammed with medical procedures over the next several
Like what?
that chelation you're doing twice a week.
When do you know if it does it? I mean, is there even a...
Yes, you measure.
What do you measure? Just what's in the blood, whatever?
Yes, exactly. And you can see reversal. I mean, they measured the thickness of my arteries and everything. in this situation. I mean, listen, man.
I thought blood thinners cleared out a lot of
Mark,
shit.
Mark, they're not blood thinners, statins. Statins can help if you take them. I'm taking that too. Here's the deal.
Just for the rich.
My family history, for some reason, unhealthy, but no matter what, my body builds plaque faster than yours. It does.
I bet that's true with a lot of Italians.
Even my teeth, well, in my family, but I don't know. Even my teeth, I clean every 4 months. It's my system. I don't know what it is. I mean, just think if I wasn't healthy, if I didn't watch.
You might be dead.
Yeah. If I didn't watch and exercise. Although my dad and brothers and all those, they fucking tried to come. You know what I mean? They couldn't succeed.
Water. That's water. Enter it now at khow.com. Keep listening to win with a $12K a day giveaway. This is the Troubleshooter Show.
I need somebody.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. We got major consumer news coming, and that's what we do this hour, brought to you by GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Genesis, doing insides and out. They call it Genesis Total Exteriors, but he does kitchens, bathrooms, and basements. Also, solar. Finally, a great solar company on our referral list, GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Major consumer news. Then I'm going to get to all of your calls, I promise you. Now, a federal judge, Mark, made a landmark decision.
Yeah, well, and what's really big about this, there's been numerous other judges that have ruled on the eviction ban's lawfulness, and most of the time, the advantage is going to the landlords. But
say that there have been rulings before,
lots of them,
by lower courts, and they said you can't interfere with a private contract, but they fell short of doing an injunction or repealing. And what did this do?
This judge basically said what the CDC and the Department of Justice asked the judge to do is basically apply his ruling just to the people in front of him, which was a particular group of landlords. This judge, in layman's words, basically said, no, the CDC can't do this, period, end of story. They never had the authority to put the moratorium in. So this is widespread. In fact, I bet we hear from the Department of Justice and from Biden later on today on how tragic this is.
No, judge says CDC doesn't have authority to issue eviction moratorium. And of course, from CNN's perspective, it says it's unclear what happens next, which is true. Now, here's the deal, okay? The CDC, I believe, overstepped its bounds all over the place. I mean, think about it. It has been incredibly invasive on our lives. And again, I'm all for safety, but people, you give up too much for safety and you lose your freedom. And that's true. But this thing, I want to know now what people think about it. What do people think about it? The eviction freeze is over. The moratorium is over. Mark, are you sure that people will get the message?
Man, unless if the Department of Justice or Biden or someone pulls something out of their butt later on, I don't know what else you do. I guess they could put an injunction on the ruling and bring it up to the Supreme Court, but they're going to lose there as well.
The
CDC does not have the authority to get into a contract that you and I come up with. I don't know why they think they could.
Now, here's the deal. First of all, had nothing to do with safety. It was just saying give these people a break. But I sincerely believe that most people using the COVID excuse were lying and just taking a rent vacation.
I agree big time with that. I would say the majority, yes. There was definitely some people that needed the moratorium, but not for a year or whatever it's been.
And I want to know, did those people save their money? What happens now? We were wondering when this bubble was going to burst and what Biden was going to do with all of his supporters who have withheld rent. They're going to be out on their asses looking for other places to live. But if you're a landlord and you know someone just stiffed someone, will you give them a place and start over? Listen, this is a lot to talk about. I want to hear from landlords. Actually, I'd like to hear from tenants who have used the COVID excuse. Now, either rightly or not. I mean, I'm not going to judge you. 303-713-TALK. Now, let's get to this. Kent with StubHub. Bottom line is, Mark, StubHub, he's got to contest it on his credit card as fraud.
I don't think that's going to happen. It's
But
been way too
StubHub
long.
takes no responsibility, Kent. There is nothing we can do because it's not a StubHub issue, and it's abundantly clear for anyone using StubHub that you're dealing with sellers and that some of those sellers may even be fraudulent.
Hey, why don't you relist those tickets instead of, if you can't get a refund because they keep moving the concert and that's what they do.
And they offered that. StubHub offered that to them.
Yeah, why don't you just resell them? That's how you guys can get your dough.
Why
I
not?
have to resell them. I have to resell them on their site, and they take another fee for that.
Well, of course.
Yeah, but once he finally does come, I bet you can get more than you paid for him because everybody's dying to go to a concert.
Now, what were you saying? What were you saying?
The credit card charge is to StubHub. It's not to a third party.
Okay, Ken, here's what I'm saying. The transaction was with StubHub, but they were a broker. Read your agreement. When you sign up for StubHub or sign up to use it, the terms and conditions clearly make it so. They do not take responsibility. They're only acting as a broker.
It's like eBay.
I know what you're saying, but no. Now, let's go to Christine and her battery. What are we going to do about Christine and her battery? She says they told her it's normal. This is BS, Christine. Or Chris Ann, I'm sorry. You need to get over to Lakewood Electric to do what's called a parasite drag, or it's not a drag.
Tom, they're closed.
For good?
Bryant sold.
No. Let me explain what happened.
Okay.
Hold on. Bryant retired. His employees and all their knowledge and the name Lakewood Electric was bought by Kevin at Sheridan, who's also on the referral list. So Kevin is operating the entire company out of his location.
Oh, but not that location.
No, because he sold that location he had. It was on a great corner. That's his retirement. He made a ton of money on the building.
You mean Bryant?
Bryant.
And Brian Grassi, we wish you the best. He's done a great service.
Great guy. He's been a great guy forever and is still a great guy.
So let's get Kevin Calkin on to see what he's going to do with parasite drag test.
Yeah, but here's the issue with that. It's a brand new vehicle. They need to freaking fix it.
Yeah, but first, what you have to do is show Cooney it's got excessive parasitic drain, and show it. Now, Rosemarie, you have a Gravina complaint, and Mark, you said you have information. Her story is this. Her mom ordered a door. They couldn't get the door. They sent the check back. Now they say that Rosemarie's mom did not cancel properly, and therefore they're going to file a lien against him.
So I talked to Nick Gravinas, and I'm a little stunned.
It's Gravina?
Gravina. Yeah. And I said to her, I said, is there anything you're leaving out? But basically, here's what went down. Mom orders the door. Salesman calls up the next day. We can no longer get that door, but we can get another door with curtains. So he goes back out to the mother's house. She signs a change order. So, yes, they have contracts everywhere. Then the other door comes in as expected, and that's it. It was time to install it, and all of a sudden they didn't want it. So I'm a little confused, and here's the other reason I'm confused, is the reason the check got returned is because they decided they were going to put it on a credit card instead of the mother writing a check. So the son, about 3 or 4 days ago, not the daughter, actually paid the amount owed. There's no more lien on the house, and as far as Nick was concerned, this whole thing was settled.
But wait.
I'm not sure why she's
Where's
calling.
the door?
No. There is no. She ordered the door and then refused it, so they kept to 25%.
Oh, so in other words, the only payment that was due was 25% restocking because they had a contract.
Not only a contract, but then they had the change order to the different door that actually got ordered.
Okay, now go ahead.
You guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can, Rosemarie, but forgive us for wanting to give the other side.
But but nobody's listening. Nobody's listening to what's going on.
Rosemarie, hold on a second. Okay, I put her on hold because she's not listening. Rosemarie, the reason we were not listening is because Gravina had a right to give their side of the story. Now, we will listen to anything you have to say. We thought you told us the problem. So now, what else do you have to say? Go ahead.
Okay. Nobody ever went back to her house. Nobody ever went back to her house after November 18th. A phone call was made from Jason Castro, the salesman, who had been to her house on November 18th. He called her and said, no, we cannot get this door. So there was nothing to go on with the Gravinas anymore. She said, then send me my check back. Jason complied.
Okay, Rosemary, you mentioned all this. And what they're saying, this is what they're saying. We're not saying we believe them. They're saying they do have a contract and a change order. So listen, we need to make them produce it. That's all. But what you don't understand is they believe it's all settled. Was 25% paid or not?
No.
Okay, then why does Gravina consider this satisfied?
They said it's done. The lien has been paid. Your brother paid it on his credit card. Is that not true? Or are they're simply telling us something wrong? They didn't get paid a few days ago or a week ago?
Did your brother or whoever make a payment to Gravina?
Yeah, to get the lien off the house.
Okay, so he did. He paid the 25% restocking fee, right?
No. That wasn't the stocking fee. He paid for the whole fee. That's what he wanted.
Hold on. Rosemary, how much did he pay? I did not. Mark, she's saying they paid for the whole damn thing. How much did your brother pay? Period. How much?
It's my husband.
I'm sorry.
I think it's $3,200 and something.
But are you kidding me? $2,200. And
hey, maybe I misunderstood Nick on that part.
Now listen. Nick Gravina can't collect in full for a damn door that was never installed. And also...
Did that include the labor? How much was the breakdown in the contract? Did he just charge you for the door, for example, because it was a custom order, or what?
I guess that's what it was.
Rosemary, do us a favor, okay? Rosemary, you said people aren't listening. Do me a favor. If you do these things, we can help you. First and foremost, find out exactly when the payment was made and how much, okay? Send us proof of payment if it was made, and send us that lien information you have. What we're going to do, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make Gravina put up. If they say they have contracts and change forms, we want to see them. Fair enough? Okay, hold on. Suzanne, Mark will handle this one. We'll come back with more coming up.
Attention.
All right, about 30 seconds ideal, and get on fast.
Not receive an economic impact payment for your eligible spouse or dependents. You may need to file a 2020 tax return with the IRS and claim the recovery rebate credit. Go to ssa.gov/EIP to see if you need to file a tax return and if eligible for other refundable tax credits, like the child tax credit. That's ssa.gov/EIP. Produced at U.S. Tax.
There you go.
Ideal home loans for your next ideal home loan. Why is it ideal? Well, first of all, you get to pick the term. Doesn't have to be 15 or 30. You can get the lower rates without restarting the entire loan. Another thing, you can take out extra money because rates are so low, and you can have a pretty low payment on your house. And then Ideal will work with you so you can pay off that high interest debt first. So if you pay off your credit cards, and let's say you use about 10 grand to pay off credit cards, you pay that 10 grand of your mortgage faster, and then you're back to a regular mortgage. Listen, they have all kinds of plans for consolidating debt and getting you out of debt, or just getting lower payments or shortening your term. Ideal home loans with the interest rate guarantee, the only ones with that. Over 2 years of rates go down, they refinance you free of charge. IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000, 303-867-7000.
You know, if you're a business and have a website, I want you to arm yourself for bear. And here's what I'm talking about. You need to know where you rank. You need to know your visibility, especially when it comes to the competition. The guys over at GetFoundFast.com, by the way, they help us out with Referral List all the time. They will do a 100% free website analysis. They're going to talk to you about if you're mobile friendly. They're going to give you the SEO ranking for top keywords. They're going to show you the Google panel. They're going to do different things that are going to help you out big time, and they're going to do them for free. Then they're going to talk to you about what they can change from what you're doing and offer you different things. But it's all free, and it's great. They're a great company. That's a $500 value, by the way. Take them up on it right now. GetFoundFast.com. Go there, call them. GetFoundFast.com.
Tune into Peace to You from Peace Lutheran Church in Arvada this Sunday. Peace to You brings you encouragement and a fresh, uplifting start to your week. Peace to You comes every Sunday, right here on 630 KHOW at 7:30 a.m.
Hi, Dan Cicchini with Dunright. Kitchens, baths, counters and floors, and even replacement windows and doors. Spring and home show season is the best time to get your new look going in your home. Unfortunately, nearly every home show in the state for this time.
3 minutes.
What about that, Todd?
Well, Dad, let's bring the home shows to them. Right in your home, we'll lay out our tried-and-true methods and products, actual cabinet style and color selections, our countertop options, all of the updated looks to get that shower replaced, and an awesome digitally interactive window and door design process.
And we'll bring the show savings right to you also. Folks, when you book your full project now for select install dates, you'll enjoy our traditional 8% home show savings.
Call and check us out. Whether it's a kitchen, bath, some counters or floors, or even replacement windows and doors, Dad?
As always, you have our word we'll treat you right at Dunright. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or drhi.com.
All the benefits of IVs at your door. Rocky Mountain IV Medics. Hydration, immunosupport, migraines, general wellness. Call or text 720-987-2155. Rocky Mountain IV Medics. 720-987-2155. No one has been immune to the economic effects COVID is leaving behind. Some of you have called my show about back taxes and unfiled returns. Hello, I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. Do you owe $20,000 or more in back taxes? Has it been years since you filed? Then I highly recommend my friends Ron and Jack Larson. Larson Tax Relief, the tax resolution experts I use on my show. Larson will immediately get between you and the IRS and state tax collectors. Relieve your stress knowing that you're finally dealing with this problem and that Larson will get you the best possible settlement. Way better than you could ever do on your own. Brothers Ron and Jack Larson guarantee you will be satisfied with the care and services they provide. Larson Tax Relief, a nationwide company with their headquarters conveniently right here in Colorado. Call for your free evaluation. 844-LARSON-TAX. 844-LAR. RSON Tax or LarsonTaxRelief.com. Tell them Tom Martino sent you. 844 Larson Tax.
This is Chris Collinsworth. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook.
The Green Bay Packers believe teams such as the Broncos and 49ers may have contacted malcontent quarterback Aaron Rodgers about playing for them, which would violate league tampering rules. The Broncos are meeting with right tackles Dennis Kelly and Bobby Massey next week after losing Jawan James to a torn ACL. And the Rockies earned a split in yesterday's doubleheader against the Giants thanks to Charlie Blackmon's 3-run walk-off blast, and will finish their 3-game series today with matinee baseball. I'm JD Halfren.
Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code SPORTS for a special offer when you sign up. That's code SPORTS for a special offer when you sign up, only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
It's the good stuff.
And love listening to your radio station.
It's the bad stuff.
A bunch of hoodlums burning stuff to the ground for no reason.
It's the stuff people are talking about.
All right, guys, you're back on. About 5 seconds.
630 KHOW.
This is good stuff.
Denver's talk station.
I'm Tom Martino. Remember, insurance companies will never treat you fairly. Never. In a claim, whether it be hail, fire, water, whatever it is, I highly recommend you get a public adjuster on your side. One of them we love, Claims Pro, publicadjuster.pro. They will help you in your claims process and only collect on a portion that they get you above what your insurance already offered. It's a no-lose situation. You can go to publicadjuster.pro for details, whether commercial or residential insurance claims on anything. That's Claims Pro, and the website is publicadjuster.pro. So we got a lot here, a lot of balls juggling right now, and we're gonna get to the phones. Kevin Calkin, you're our auto expert now. You bought the Auto Electrics division of Lakewood Auto Electrics, so you folded, Kevin, that into your practice.
Yeah, we have. A month ago, we put them both together.
Okay, so we have an issue with parasitic drag or parasitic drain.
Drain.
Yeah. On a Lexus 350. Chris Ann says it takes her.
Please record your message. When you have finished recording.
Okay. I guess she hung up, but it doesn't matter. We're going to get her over to you. So on a new Lexus 350, every third time she has to charge her car. I mean, that's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
You know. So Chris Ann, did the dealer say this was normal?
They kind of said it's normal and that we need to drive it more.
Kevin, come on. I know that we have parasitic drain, but come on, man. You don't have to drive your car more than once a week.
No, because they all shut down. I mean, there's some simple things. If possibly you're leaving the smart key in the car, you know, when you park it or something, or somewhere close to it, or
let him talk,
or anything like that.
Tell me what happens when you leave the smart key not in the ignition slot, but in the cup holder. What happens?
Well, the car is recognizing it, and it's waking up different modules, getting ready for you to start the car.
Really?
Because that's what happens with a lot of these. The modules will go to sleep as the car parks. Some will take an hour, some will take 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, because I leave my key in all the time, honestly, in my garage, of course.
Yeah, but you start it every day.
Yeah. But
well,
Mark,
no, that goes, Kevin, I mean, that's somewhat true, but not every day. I've gone weeks and it starts.
But do you leave the key close enough to activate?
I leave it, I'm telling everybody where I leave my key, but only when it's in my garage. I leave it right in my little cup holder. That's just where I keep it.
With the German Shepherd in it.
Yeah. Okay, so listen, Kevin, what would you do first on this? It's under warranty, by the way. It's under warranty. She just needs ammunition to go back to Cooney.
Kevin, I think it's a bad battery. I really do.
It's entirely possible that we have a battery, but it's easy enough for us. You know, we hook up, you know, the machine that Bryant built is still genius. We can measure the draw and see how big a draw it carries over a period of time. And there's minimums and maximums. And that way we can have very specific where this one has this many milliamp draw after a 4-hour shutdown.
And you'll check the battery as well.
Oh, absolutely.
How much will all of that cost to get checked out to give her just enough ammo to go back to her warranty?
Well, you know, we'd be happy to look at it for her. Normally, you know, something like that is anywhere from $150 to $300.
Okay, so he's offering to do this at no cost if it's simple. Chris Ann, you need to take advantage.
She had another question, though, that she emailed us after we lost her the first time. She wants to know about the lemon law.
Okay, now, Chris Ann, here's what happens with the lemon law. And by the way, Kevin, thank you. Sheridan Auto Tech, by the way, 2 locations, 303-455-7242. Now, Chris Ann, the lemon law, let's talk about it. You there?
I'm here.
Okay.
So, you know, they gave us a new battery, too, and it's still happening.
Okay.
And they did all
listen, Kevin and his team will give you the ammunition you need. Okay? That's what you need.
Okay.
Now, but you asked about the lemon law. If a dealership cannot find the problem and fix it on the 4th time, it's deemed a lemon, but it must be in the first year of ownership or the under factory warranty, whatever is first.
There's a big other part.
I know. Now, hold on. So what you have to do, it has to be a serious problem if they can't fix it the 4th time or more. And it has to be in the first year of ownership or under warranty, whichever is shorter. There is another element, but it doesn't have to be both. It's either or. You lose use of your car for a cumulative total of 30 days. Okay? A cumulative total of 30 days during that time. Now, it doesn't, Mark, have to be both of those.
No, but really what I'm saying is jump-starting your car is not going to qualify for the lemon law because it's not a massive problem.
For recording your message.
Oh, she's gone again.
Listen, Mark, I disagree. I think that this would be considered serious enough.
So she's had to jump-start it, I think she said 3 times.
Well, no, I'm not talking about the jump-starting. I'm talking about if they can't fix this battery issue in 4 times, I think it would qualify.
You know what? Maybe you're right, because that would be a total pain in the ass. You got to jumpstart. What do? You spend $40,000 on a Lexus, and you got to jumpstart.
I don't think that would be considered a reasonable. In other words, they make the lemon law for more serious problems. And so it has to be affecting the usability or merchantability of the vehicle.
I'll bet you lunch it's a battery and Kevin finds it out.
But they already replaced the battery.
I don't know if they did.
No, she said they did. Brand new battery.
Oh.
And that's what she said when she came back.
Oh,
now,
okay.
Mark, what is going on with you, sir? Mark.
Hello.
Yes, sir. What's happening?
Trying to get you down here. I'll speak.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm selling an airplane, and the guy's from Florida. He's offered to put a deposit into escrow, and I'm wondering how that works. I mean,
well, you can hire an escrow service. You can go to a title company. You can go to a bank. Now, here's what I want to know, though. Do you have a lien on the airplane like a loan?
No.
Okay, good. So it simplifies things. So when you sell it, it's like selling anything. Just verify funds. I would rather money be wired to me, but he doesn't want to wire it to you until what? What is he trying to get done?
He's just trying to get it, trying to get me to hold the airplane. He's willing to put money into escrow, so I'll hold the airplane until he can come and pay for it.
But what's weird about that is what happens if he doesn't want it?
Right. Did he look at it? Did he look at it yet?
Nope. He called me up on the telephone and said,
what's the good of putting money into escrow unless you get to keep it? It
Mark,
makes no sense.
I don't understand this, okay? First of all, I don't understand what Mark said. Why does he have to put money in escrow? Do you have people knocking your door down?
Well, he wants it, is what he said.
Okay, well, tell him to come. Hold on. Tell him to come and get it. That's it. I mean, I wouldn't even bother with escrow. What do you care? I wouldn't want to be tied to it, Mark. You tell him, look, man, it's a reasonable market. I don't have people knocking my door down. If I get a call and somebody's serious, I'll give you first right of refusal at that time. But I would not mess with escrow at this time. It's not worth it. It really isn't.
Right. And how would I take, I mean, should I use a traveler? I mean,
no, when it comes to actual payment, hold on. When it comes to actual payment, you want a wire, and then you want it to be verified by your bank. I would not accept any other form of payment. No cashier check, nothing. There are ways.
If you went to the bank where it's drafted on.
There are ways to do a cashier's check, but they're a pain in the ass. Okay, I wouldn't do it. Now, if you have any specific questions, you can hold on. But wiring money is the safest thing. What are you selling, by the way? What is it? I'm just curious.
72 210L.
Okay, so that's, people in that category usually, you don't have a lot of ripoffs in that buying, selling industry.
What is
for
that,
private?
like 100?
It's just a Cessna.
No, I know that, but what is something like that worth? I have no idea.
Well, it depends on condition, but I imagine around 200. Mark, what are you selling it for? Well, hold on, you're the wrong guy. Mark, what are you selling it for?
110.
Okay, well then, it's how many hours on it? Just curious.
68 plus on total time, and there's only like 430 on the engine. It's got a brand new 3-blade prop.
Isn't that a little under market?
A little bit, yeah. I had it at 115, and I've got an HSI that's giving me a little grief.
What year is it? What year did you say it was? 72. Okay, well, 82. Yeah, okay. I was a little high. You were a little low. But everything's going high right now, Mark. Cars, everything. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
This is 1 minute till affordable and Fuller.
Os Kaminsky in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon. 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Audible. From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, taking a look at your ride this Wednesday morning. As you're traveling I-25 making your way northbound, you are tapping the brakes as you pass 270, and it's going to be a slow ride into 88, seeing some heavy congestion through that area. Also, reports of an accident at 84th and Greenwood, so you want to use caution as you head through that area. If you're in Commerce City making your way westbound on 270, between Quebec and Vasquez, seeing stop-and-go traffic as well. Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather. Today, expect a high of 62 degrees, mostly cloudy day with potential for some thunderstorms, a low of 39 degrees. Current temperature is 45 degrees. I'm Kay Thomas with your Impact Traffic and Weather, 630 KHOW. Give spring
About 10 seconds. Affordable and Fuller.
Listen all you want to thousands of select Audible originals, audiobooks, and podcasts, including exclusive series. Start a free 30-day Audible Plus trial when you sign up at audible.com.
You know, most everyone has the same loan to offer you. Don't let them fool you. Loans are loans. Really. 30-year fixed, 15-year fixed. What you really need is a good company to process and get this loan going, all right? So think about that. Affordable Interest Mortgage is someone I know and trust, Kurt Rogers. So all of the main Fannie Mae loans are out there. They have them. Okay, FHA, VA. They also have conventional loans. But what everyone does not have, what is unique to them, is this liquid loan and the way they do it. So if you want a liquid loan, a line of credit that you can pay up and down at will, use the money for high interest debt, get that paid off quicker, use the money for a vacation, get that paid quicker, put your paychecks in there to pay down the balance for 30 days or so, whatever you want to do. It's a liquid loan. AImortgage.net, affordable interest mortgage, AImortgage.net, 720-895-0500, 720-895-0500. You're in an accident and you want information. Hey, I hurt my pelvis. I hurt my back. Shouldn't somebody pay? You know, he ran a stop sign. You're asking your friends, your neighbors. Don't ask anyone but an attorney, a personal injury attorney who says to me, Tom, I will answer your listeners' questions free of charge. John Fuller. Look him up at referralist.com. Fuller, F-U-L-L-E-R, John Fuller. Here's the other thing he'll do. He will take the case if you want him to, no obligation, and then work on contingency. You don't pay unless he collects, so there's never any out-of-pocket. Call him for free legal advice when you need it the most. 303-597-4500.
Rockies baseball is back. The weather is heating up, and Coors Field is the place to be. A limited number of tickets are available as the Rockies take on the Padres, Reds, and D-backs for home games in May. And all May games are on sale now. Go to Rockies.com/tickets today.
One of the best things about my radio show is having experts to call on from my referral list to help callers with problems. Hello, I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. You know the expert I call for roofing advice is Excel Roofing, the first roofer on referralist.com 25 years ago. I know I can rely on Excel's advice when listeners call with roof problems. When I needed a new roof, I used Excel. You should too. In business since 1993 with more than 36,000 satisfied customers. Excel is your insurance claims specialist. If you think you have roof damage, call Excel first. Excel also has a full-service repair department. They can help you with any roof problem. And get this, most roofers ask for money up front, and that's where most problems start, especially when they don't show up or do bad work. But at Excel, you don't pay a cent until you're content. 303-761-6400, 761-6400, or excelroofing.com.
Tune into The Mortgage Doctor this and every weekend. When it's time to buy a new home, lower your house payment, consolidate your debts, Steve Haney is The Mortgage Doctor and the go-to guy in Colorado. The Mortgage Doctor Show, Saturday mornings at 6 and Saturday afternoons at 3.
Hey there, homeowners. Are you experiencing pipe leaks? Is your water bill unexpectedly high? Or are you suffering from low water pressure? These are signs of widespread pipe failure due to old, corroded, and shoddy pipes. Rerouting a pipe or other Band-Aid fixes are not the answer. Only a whole house repipe with brand new high-quality PAX or copper will permanently solve the problem. Repipe Specialists. No more leaks and great water pressure. They've been doing this for over 25 years, serving over 40,000 happy customers. Repipe in just 1 to 2 days at half the cost of a plumber with a lifetime guarantee. So say goodbye to leaks once and for all. Enjoy a pipe leak-free home and eliminate the risk of potential water damage. Call us today for your free in-home estimate. We'll even take 20% off our already low price and receive 0% interest when you call today. 720-573-0086. 720-573-0086. That's 720-573-0086.
COSHotTubs.com of Colorado Springs is one of the only hot tub dealers in the country who bought enough tubs to supply them through the pandemic. The wait is over sale. 14 manufacturers, hundreds in stock, same week delivery, no wait time. Ask about the deposit forgiveness program. If you bought a tub somewhere else and you can't get it, you may be able to apply that money towards one of our tubs. COSHotTubs.com. COSHotTubs.com. The Ribble Group sells homes faster and for the most money. Go to GAYE, spelled G-A-Y-E, hasthebuyers.com.
630 KHOW has your chance to win $1,000. Listen at 5 past the hour for the 12K a day giveaway. Listen for the keyword and enter it on our website, KHOW.com, for your chance to win $1,000. Sponsored by Guy Reese.
Brighten your home and save 10% on Benjamin Moore paint.
All right, gentlemen, back on about 10 seconds. Here you go.
Stop by a store or go to GUIRYS.com to sign up today. Guy Reese, your neighborhood paint store since 1899.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. I don't want to go over it yet until we get the consumer on next hour, but this Gravina thing is looking screwed up on both ends, okay? Just wait until we tell you the rest of it, okay? Now, Deputy Doc, you have a comment on the CDC. A federal judge just said it is basically they can't do it. They don't have the authority to impose a rent moratorium, the CDC, and therefore he's overturning it. What's going on?
Well, my question is, let's take Colorado, where the governor imposed the moratorium, not the CDC. So how does that... I'm asking a question.
That's a great question.
Well, no one sued the governor or the state over it, but that's already been lifted. So right now, that doesn't matter in Colorado.
Mark, it was lifted?
Yeah, I think ours expired on April 1st, if I recall. It's changed so many times, I'm not positive, but I think the state one is gone.
But Deputy Doc, you have a good point. What happens in states that conflict with it? And
exactly.
What happens if President Biden himself does one with a executive order? I believe the precedent is that it is unconstitutional or beyond their authority. Maybe not unconstitutional, but beyond their authority. Right, Mark? That's what I'm reading into this.
Well, yeah, and it is. It's insane to think they have the authority to get in between two individuals in this country and tell one's the winner, one's the loser. I've never heard of anything like it.
That is true. So, Deputy Doc, we're going to find out more, though, as this unfolds. I mean, Biden right now is, of course, giving more money away to restaurants and rescue payments to them. So every day he's getting on the air giving away more money. So how do you displease people when you're giving away money? No one's displeased. Everyone who gets money, they're going to vote for him. Who wouldn't vote for him? If you're not paying taxes or paying low taxes and you're getting money.
I think you forget a lot of people literally don't get up and go vote. So, one of the reasons, in my opinion, Trump lost his last one was all the mail-in nonsense towards the end.
Well, here's the point, though. The point is that you're going to be popular if you're giving people money. You're going to be popular. You don't care if it comes home to roost in 20 years or if we're in so much debt that our kids are struggling. That's not going to matter. Now,
on that moratorium, too, real quick, think of all these people that have built up electric bills and all kinds of gas bills, and they're not paying that stuff either. And the landlord's going to be stuck not only with not getting paid for X amount, but now they're going to have to get all the utilities and stuff caught up because ultimately the owner of the property is responsible.
I'd like to hear Brad. I would like to OLS Law, O'Brien Legal Services. I'd like to hear if he has a comment or wonders how this would be implemented or how would he use it representing a landlord. Colby, thank you for contacting us as promised. We got back to you. What's going on?
Hey, Tom. Thanks for talking to me.
Yes, sir.
Really need some advice.
All right. What's happening?
My wife and I hired an interior design firm. We're down in the Colorado Springs area. This firm was going to manage and design a home remodel, pretty big project. So we worked with them.
Who are they?
Construction. Can I not name them for now?
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Still working with them, right?
All right.
And so construction started Tuesday, April 6th, the beginning of April.
When did you hire the design company?
We originally.
When did you sign the contract?
Yeah, September.
Okay. All right, so what's happening now?
So they hired a subcontractor, flooring subcontractor, to come rip out carpet and install LVP on the upper level. And day one of the project, the only people that came in our house were 2 employees of this flooring company.
Now, is this company acting as a general contractor? You said they hired people?
Yeah. Yeah, essentially that's what they're doing is they kind of came up with the design and they then hire out the subs to do all of the construction.
Now,
work.
is this so they're actually, you said an interior design. This is basically a home improvement company.
Yeah, exactly right. Yep. Yeah. So after day one of work, my wife went into our sort of master suite, the master bedroom, bathroom, closet, and immediately noticed that she was missing jewelry. So her wedding engagement ring set is gone.
My God.
Diamond ring is gone. Yeah.
Oh, man.
This is one of the worst things we encounter on this show.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. We'll come back to it. What do you do?
Now.
All right, about 1 minute. Green Jeans, Lazera, and Colorado Pain Care.
Sponsored by Audible.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, taking a look at your ride this Wednesday morning. As you're traveling I-25, making your way northbound, you are tapping the brakes as you pass 270, and it's going to be a slow ride into 88, seeing some heavy congestion through that area.
We're going up.
Reports of an accident at 84th in Greenwood, so you want to use caution as you head through that area. If you're in Commerce City, making your way westbound on 270, between Quebec and West, seeing stop-and-go traffic as well. Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather today, expect a high of 62 degrees, mostly cloudy day with potential for some thunderstorms, a low of 39 degrees. Current temperature is 45 degrees. I'm Kate Thomas with your Impact Traffic and Weather, 630 KHOW. Freshen up your playlist.
All right, about 10 seconds. Green Jeans, Lazera, Colorado.
One with thousands of select Audible originals, audiobooks, podcasts, and more. Start a free 30-day Audible Plus trial when you sign up at audible.com.
So I made an appointment, as I said, with Colorado Pain Care. I called yesterday. In fact, I did it online. It was great. I went to coloradopaincare.com, filled it out. Then they called me. I did it like anyone else would do it. Trust me. Now I have an appointment for next week. I, told you, ever since the vaccination, I'm not blaming that, but I started having this pain. And I was pain-free for years, and I'm going back to these guys because I'm not going to live with it. And I'm going to let you know what happens. It's my back, it's my lower back, going down the left side. And here's the deal, all right? Yeah, I try other things for temporary relief, but I'm going to go see these guys. ColoradoPainCare.com. They work with my Social Security, my Medicare benefits. They'll work with any major insurance company. 303-GOT-PAIN. That's 303-468. 7246, or just go to the website and fill out a new patient thing. It's just very quick for an appointment. ColoradoPainCare.com. Okay, now, someone else I use, Mr. Green Jeans. Not for health, of course, but for the health of my lawn. And this is a true story. Stephanie says, Tom, look at the lawn. She drove me down the street. I swear to you, it looks like someone colored, like a kid's coloring book, bright, beautiful green on our home. And all the lawns around are completely different. They're dull. I'm serious. You can see the property line. Our lawn is so green. And that's because of Mr. Green Jeans. I mean, they do a great job with maintenance and cleanup and aeration and shrub care and tree care and sprinkler installation and repair and fertilizer treatments. They can be your landscaper, too, for the asking. 30 years in business, family-owned and operated. 303-426-4945, 426-4945.
Concerts, ball games, everything's starting to kick again. And you know what? A lot of us haven't been out for a while. Let's say you go to a concert. You had a couple beers, you're heading home, or maybe you're at a restaurant, a couple glasses of wine. You get pulled over by the police. They ask you if you had anything to drink. You say, yeah, I had 1 or 2 beers. Bam, next thing you know, you gave them consent to search your car. Did you know that? And let's say they find a joint in the car. Next thing you know, you're arrested on a DUI. You need help. Whether you did something wrong or you didn't, you need Joseph A. Lazara. This is one of those phone numbers, I beg you, put in your phone right now. If you're accused of a crime, you need a good defense attorney. Joe knows all the guys. He knows the judges. He knows the DAs. He knows how to cut deals, and he knows how to go to trial if that's what's necessary. Write this number down. Put it in your phone, 303-429-6200. If you get arrested, you don't want to be struggling for who to call. 303-429-6200. His name is Joseph A. Lazara, and he is a great attorney.
Oh, hey you. It's Nicole Lappin, New York Times bestselling author, the only financial expert you don't need a dictionary to understand, and now the host of the new iHeartRadio daily podcast, Money Rehab. So here's the deal. I'm going to rehab your wallet so that you can get your financial life together once and for all. Because we all have money problems, and the biggest mistake we make is not admitting you have a problem. Find Money Rehab on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.
It was a year and a half ago that Denver...
Hey, Dan, if you can hear me, get those pictures ready for line 3. And they don't look good, I admit. That looks pretty bad. I'll be curious what someone has to say about that.
I could actually start losing my teeth.
Lisa had heard about the so-called cut-and-stitch surgery for gum disease, and she wanted no part of it.
I just sent an outbound to you.
And her Lanapa laser procedure online, she called and set up a no-charge consultation.
I was nervous at first, but Dr. Snitzer put me at ease right away. She explained the laser procedure in detail, and I felt very comfortable with her skills. She's super nice and also very professional. The procedure itself was just as painless as she said it would be. Now my whole mouth feels great, and Dr. Snitzer is my regular dentist.
Dr. Snitzer can be your full-time dentist, too. Call 339-889-6500 for your free consultation. That's 303-989-6500. Or visit lasergum.info.
Tam and I are looking at replacing some flooring. We found a place that does a dynamite job. TNT Floorworks. That's with an X. Finding a trusted source is challenging, and TNT Floorworks meets our standards. Selection is great with solid hardwoods, luxury vinyl planks, engineered wood, and laminate. You can visit the gallery at 9th and Lodge, or they'll come to you with samples and free in-home estimates. Visit TNTFloorworks.com. That's Floorworks with an X, or on Facebook, Instagram, Yelp, and Nextdoor. Mention Michael Brown for 10% off your order. TNT Floorworks, where they always do a dynamite job.
Facing a job loss? Considering a pension buyout, a severance package, or what to do with your 401k? Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, and I can help. 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604.
Do you check your Google search results regularly? You should. People often get their first impression of you or your...
Yeah, right.
No. Your life and your livelihood. Take control of your online reputation.
Those who went back to school.
Reputation.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Reputation.
That's got to be huge.
Oh, yeah. Reveals negative posts from an ex-employee, upset patient or client. News articles.
How was her psyche through it?
Exposed
Good.
personal information right there in your Google.
It's can be tough on kids, you know.
What's on the internet about you with ReputationDefender.com's patented scan and get your free reputation.
Geeks on Site. What the hell does that mean?
Fucking
Santa Claus looking. Honest to God.
Our cutting-edge technology helps.
I'm starting to think you don't like him.
Mark,
you can't just you just can't buy votes, but they're doing it.
We'll see how many they actually have.
All right, guys, you're back in. Here we go.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. SaferNet.com is a website where you can download SaferNet. SaferNet is an application that goes on your phone, your laptop, your tablet, anything, a desktop, and it protects you from all malware and viruses for just a few bucks a month. You get 44 days free if you use Tom in the promo code, SaferNet.com. What do you do when you have stuff missing? You go to your homeowner's insurance first. Did you do that?
Have not done that yet. That was kind of my first question, was to see what the right step would be.
Well, you call the police, you get a case filed, then
you go to your homeowner's insurance. And I, for the life of me, I can't figure out why people don't secure jewelry and valuables when they have people over their home.
And the rider on your policy, unless you have a rider, it's only going to cover, let's say, $2,500.
How much do you think was stolen?
Dollar amount. So we know what, I mean, it's 3 rings, and the total dollar amount, we can only guess because from our purchase price, so it's about $8,500.
Okay, it's not the end of the world, but it's a lot of money. But what I want to know is, how do you notice this missing? Is this something she wears every day?
Yeah, pretty much. She knows where it is, right? It's her wedding ring and engagement band. That's the main one.
But why were they where were they in the closet?
So she's got a jewelry stand that she uses when she's not wearing it. She puts it on and sets it aside. And if she's doing, work around the house or whatever, she doesn't want to get the rings damaged, so she'll set it there.
And you don't have any cameras anywhere?
Outside we do, so I've got pictures of who came and went in the house, and that's it, but not inside.
What do they say about it?
The subcontractor, for the one time that we talked to them, they denied it. They denied it to the police officer. Police officer told us it kind of sounded like they were lying, but
that's interesting.
What's your deductible, by the way, on your homeowners? Do you know, for theft? Not for peril, but for theft.
Okay, for theft, I don't know off the top of my head.
I'm guessing it's 1,000 or 2,000 tops. Most people have no clue.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it is.
Do you have any riders for jewelry?
Yeah, we do, and that may cover it. So I can talk to him. So
I mean, that's what you have to do. Yeah. It's virtually impossible.
And really, this is what insurance is for.
But it's impossible to prove without cameras or something.
And it just stinks, right? Because these are the guys responsible. They're the ones that did this, right?
Well, I mean, you're saying they did, and that's why you don't want to use their name. But who do you think did? I mean, how many people were in your home? Who?
Yeah, two people. 2 people other than my wife and
did the police do a background on those 2?
The police did not. I did after the fact and found some interesting stuff.
Okay, what did you find? I want to know.
Felony drug possession, DUI. One of those child support, things like that.
Okay, that's on one of them. What about the other?
I'm sorry. That was both of them. Those were the things that were there. A lot of staying in their home when they're evicted. I forget what that was called.
Yeah, holdover. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Wait till I tell you on this.
More on the eviction thing. Then we're gonna talk to you, Colby. I have some ideas of what I would do. Hang on.
This is Dan Kaplis. People often ask what the secret is to the many large jury verdicts and settlements that we've been fortunate to win. I tell them that our tactic is the truth. Our clients are very good people who've been seriously injured because of someone else's recklessness, and we do whatever it takes to make sure that their true story is told and proven. And because our cause is true, the compensation is large. Call me at 303-907-5003 or hit dankapleslaw.com. That's dankapleslaw.com.
Are you curious when you should take Social Security? This is Kurt Cambier. Visit my website now for your free Social Security analysis at kurtcambier.com. That's Kurt with a K, CAMBIER.com. Kurt with a K, Cambier.com.
One of the things that really shocked me the other day, you remember the call where the guy called up, and the lady, his mother-in-law, I believe, wanted to either buy the lease out, but she wanted a new car. And you were basically saying, oh, that old lady shouldn't get a new car, even though it's her money, her everything, and she wanted a new car.
Was I saying she shouldn't get a new car?
Yeah, you were kind of siding with the guy the son-in-law who thinks she should buy it out.
What I'm saying is, I think it's stupid to have another loan.
No one's going to tell you at 80 if you can get a new fucking car, right?
Yeah.
Would you be a little pissed at your son-in-law? You can't get a new car.
I'd kick his fucking ass.
That's exactly right. So, listen, if Stephanie says you can't get a new car when you're 80, just call me. I'll get you a new car. We'll figure it out.
It essentially went back to the company to decide within 6 months
Did you ever intervene with your mother at any point where she wanted something? Like what? Like a driver's license? Like it's time not to drive anymore or what?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, but we talked about it, and then we did about cars.
My grandmother basically went to her grave never forgiving my uncle and my dad for taking her license. But she kept calling my uncle who lived out there. She'd go to the grocery store and forget where the hell she was, man. I mean, they had no choice.
Chavez and his father were separated without warning 3 years ago when he was 15.
It feels like a dream. Like I was in the car and I was just like, this is finally happening, and I'm really going to be reunited with her after all this time.
Officials say some 400 children still need to be reunited with their parents. After more than a year in the dark, the lights on the Great White Way will soon be back on.
What?
Pandemic, nearly 250,000 people took in a Broadway show every week. When theaters reopen this September, they'll be at 100% capacity. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo said it will be up to the theaters to decide whether to require proof of vaccination.
Are you willing to go into an indoor theater?
Oh, fuck you.
Sit there for 2 hours?
I can't stand these fucking people. You know what? I have never been so bitter in my life politically than these fucking assholes. Cuomo and his team, what they did in that city, and de Blasio.
They covered that thing up so bad, man. It's crazy. And then, if that was any Republican at all with 7, 8, 9 women coming forward, I mean, it's incredible. No coverage. I mean, CNN covered it for like a week, and then like after the 10th, I guess that was all, so then it's time to bury it.
For your life insurance, you're probably paying too much. For your free quote and to find out how much you can save, call 1-800-2.
How about, who's that guy running for, Matt McConaughey? What do you think of that, man? Running for governor of, what is it, Texas?
Is he running as a Republican?
I don't know. I just find it, how do you act your whole life and then all of a sudden know how to rule?
Yes, Reagan.
Yeah, again, hey, Schwarzenegger, he did California governor. Ventura. What's Ace Ventura? What did he do?
Jesse.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Minnesota.
The Rock is running for something, I think. The Rock. God, you're right. There's a shitload of them.
Al Franken, although he's canceled, right?
What are we doing about the jewelry theft call?
There's not much to do.
Are you done with him?
No.
Okay.
No, that's not what I would do.
I would never leave my jewelry out. I mean, I don't care if I know or not. You know, it's like.
Well, I was just thinking of that. We've had Mitch Floria's group in there, but I guess we were there. So you're saying when Genesis is redoing our bathroom, there'll be no jewelry? I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I would purposely
we just lock it in the safe.
So there wouldn't be any confusion, I guess. It's not a matter of I think they would steal something. It's a matter of if something goes missing, I don't want to ever think it's them.
Well, the problem is, you're working with the general contractor. He's got subs, and most of these subs hire laborers and subs, so you have no idea who the hell you're dealing with.
Now, Impact Traffic. This report is sponsored by Ent Credit Union.
I'm looking forward to that pizza. I want to get that pizza.
What pizza?
It's a Mexican pizza.
It's Cinco de Drinko Day.
Cinco de Drinko.
And Perry's has a Cinco de Mayo pizza.
Listen to this. I'll tell you what's on it. Ready?
Jalapenos.
Yeah, so they call it jalapeno heavy Uncle Sam's signature with smothered green Yankee fries.
On tortilla?
Fuck no, it's a pizza. There is nothing low carb about this pizza.
Perry's Pizza.
Perry's.
They're all over, but we go to the one in Castle Rock.
Never heard of them.
They're all over.
I like Auntie's. That's what me and the kids get.
Yeah, this is more of they have like maybe, some of their restaurants have like 100 beers on tap.
No one has been immune to the economic effects. COVID is
I've got a lot of personal inventory.
Hello, I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino.
We're going to have a lot of Genesis coming up during the show, by the way. Yes, I'm booked this week. I don't think I've heard. Yeah, I've heard of Panacea today. A couple of them. Genesis is going to have 2 lives a day here starting probably in a week or 2.
In addition to what I do.
Yes, but the ones that we're going to do are going to be nothing but solar.
Jesus, Silverleaf, they're going to be getting caught up. I'm just giving them some breathing room.
Whatever we're on.
I got a plan. I have dinner with
Did it go good?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going off. Hold on.
Over 500 RVs in inventory right now, ready for immediate delivery. No ordering necessary.
It's back on about 10, guys.
How do you persevere when the Army won't tell you how your husband and his comrades died? Michelle Black, author of Sacrifice, joins us to talk about her ordeal Thursday morning at 8:05 here on 630 K-How.
This is the Troubleshooter Show.
Help, I need somebody.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your Troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Here to help you solve problems, answer questions, and take complaints every day on the radio for you. 303-713-TALK is the number. 303-713-8255. This hour brought to you by Compass Insurance Group, home of the insurance checkup. I recommend an insurance checkup. What would you say? Every 3 years at least, Mark? I would say, right? What do you
Compass
do?
does mine every 2, and if I ask, every.
And, of course, they are independent experts and will compare 25 companies and let you know if you have a great deal. 303-996-9000 or theinsurancehelpcenter.com.
Do you remember we met with that one insurance company that wanted to do advertising with us, and we said, no way, Jose. Do you remember how anti-consumer they were?
Yeah.
I've never met anybody like those people before.
No, they were anti-consumer. They thought consumers don't know what they're doing and they should overinsure. And
unlike Compass, a lot of them are, because where do they get fed from? They get fed from the insurance companies. Right. It's hard to find a good consumer agency.
And then Liberty Mutual, they say insure only what you need. And in a way that's true, but here's my contention with that. You don't know what you need. That's why you need a good broker. Anyway, let's keep going. What do you say? And don't ever, in my opinion, don't ever get a captive agent. They can only sell you one thing. That doesn't mean that you don't buy those companies that have independent agents, but you don't let them compare when you want to change. Now, Colby, you have a problem, and of course, this is what I would do. Your problem is you hired contractors, jewelry was missing. Now, if you're as anal as I am and my wife, we will know when something is missing, and we will know in a day, never longer. And just like you'll notice it. You'll know who is in the house. That's it. However, we wouldn't leave anything exposed. You have homeowners insurance, but this is what I would do personally. If I thought and truly believed that somebody took it, I would go to one at a time, either of them, and say, look, I'm pursuing this. So you either have to cooperate with me or you're a target. And I want to know who did it. I would talk to them separately and privately and tell them there would be a reward for turning them in if it happened. And they're not doing anyone any good by keeping it a secret.
You might be able to convince a judge, too, in small claims that they took it. You might not have enough to get them arrested, but you might have enough to persuade a judge.
Now, that's what I was going to say. I would also do a small claims court against each of them separately, but first I'd go to them separately. But here's the problem. No matter what, Mark, they have to have some proof, not just a hunch, not just video. It really comes down to he said, she said all the time. Now,
hey, Tom, he also has another question.
What's your other question, Colby?
Yeah, so the general contractor that I'm working with, the one that's actually is the general, like, we haven't fired them yet, but we've obviously lost trust in them, right? They hired somebody.
Oh, wait, did you fire them?
Us, right?
Did they?
We've not fired them.
Okay.
We've not fired them yet because the project just started, right? And we did put down a deposit.
I don't know if you have grounds to fire them if you have a contract. I don't know if you do.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, at least they're going to mind their P's and Q's now, big time.
You would hope so.
And so are you.
By the way, install cameras. Yeah. Install cameras.
Yeah, just in the work area. Why not? You can get some Arlo cameras for a couple $100.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely. Knowing that now, absolutely.
So what was your additional question? Was it about firing the company?
Yeah, it's about what to do there and what advice to get just on.
Okay,
on
here's the deal.
You
have
because
to
he put money down, Tom.
Well, it's all contract. If they didn't do it, I mean, to me, here, let me just say it like it is. I don't think you have grounds. I think they could end up suing you for the rest of it or whatever. If you have a contract, is there an out in your contract for disagreements?
There is, and there's an early termination fee that's built in there, an amount.
But why would you blame them?
Good question.
Because they hired
them. Right at this point, they hired the sub.
What if they have no idea? I mean, really, let's be real.
Well,
what
I'm sure they didn't know they hired thieves.
Right.
I'm just saying sometimes it's not fair to hold it against them unless they were egregious in their hiring practice and they didn't do it right. Okay, so anyway, that's what I would
maybe
do.
Find some other people they worked for and call those people up.
Not a bad idea. Now, I need to take people in the order they've been called in. I want to take them quickly. What are we doing with Rich Eichler and that issue? I saw the pictures.
Well, I think, Tom, you wanted her to send some pictures.
Yes.
I'm not real sure what more we can do.
They look bad.
They don't look bad to me.
I disagree.
I didn't think they looked that bad.
Oh, my God. Look at the door on the one. It's painted.
Okay, that I didn't see. So, but what I meant was this, Mark. On those soap dishes, that's a matter of design. That's not a matter of bad work. That's just a stupid design.
Look at the other one.
They put a mosaic in, and I think she thinks it's crooked, but I don't. It's a mosaic.
Well,
I think
look
those
at the
soap
grout
dishes,
work, though. That grout work sucks,
Now,
man.
what do you look? Oh, the door. Is that the finished stain?
It's like they stained one part of it.
Lynn, that picture of the door, they're not saying that's finished, right? Lynn?
No, he told me he was going to put a little piece of the stain, the vinegar stain, on the back of the door to see if I liked it, and he did it on half the door, in the front of the door.
Well, I saw it. It's a quarter of the door, but I see it. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I was going to stain it. Well, anyway, the problem with the tile is that it's not that it's crooked. He cut it crooked. He cut the tile is cut crooked, and there's jagged edges all over. The grout is just
I
think it's horrible.
I guess the pictures don't show that to me. But listen, it's such a small little minute thing. I don't listen. What's the main deal?
I'm sorry. Is that just for a bar of soap for real?
Yeah, it's a soap.
Oh my God! I thought it was like this big carve out. If that's just for a bar of soap,
no,
it
is a big carve out. It is.
No,
big.
Mark. No.
She's saying it's big. How big is it?
Lynn, you're misunderstanding Mark, okay? It's not a carve-out like he's thinking. It's just a soap dish. It might be a little bigger, but you can't sit in it. He's looking at it from a wrong perspective. So that's all. Lynn, here's what I want to know. Where are you with this? I mean, guys, where are we with this? What did we decide? What did Eichler say, basically? What did he say about it?
Said she owed him money still, and he was just astounded that she was calling.
I think we have to have you look at it. I'm not going to belabor this. We have to have somebody look at it, all right? Can we find somebody to look at it? Let's do it. Let's try to help the guy out. 303, or the woman out. 303-713-TALK. Now let's talk to Ken. Ken, what's going on with you? Hello, Ken. I'm Tom Martino. Welcome, by the way. What do you need to know? Ken?
I wonder if we lost him. Dang it.
If we did, he can call back, okay? Tim, you want to know about Geeks on Site. Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to start with what they're not doing. I would never do business with them, first of all, because they refuse to pay me on site.
They refused to do what? What did they refuse to do?
Oh, they didn't pay me for my services on site.
Okay. Did you work for them?
Yes, last Saturday. I do odd jobs now and then for them.
What do you do for them? Are you a geek? Do you go to people's houses and help them with computers? What do you do?
Yeah, I'm a geek on site. That's the name of the company. I'm a geek.
Okay, and so what did they not pay you for?
Okay, I want my $90 for $45 an hour for 2 hours.
Okay, why aren't they? What's the reason for non-payment? There must be a reason.
He said that I didn't provide very much detail. But here's the kicker, if you ask me.
Now, do you have a written contract with them to be a subcontractor?
No, I don't, but I do have a written contract when I go out to the customer side.
Okay, and who signs that? The customer, between you and them?
Yeah, the customer signs it.
Between you and them, or is it Geeks on Site contract?
They sign it.
They sign it with who? Do they sign it with you, or do they sign it with Geeks on Site?
Well, it's Geeks on Site and me as IE.
Okay, I got it. So it's like a three-way contract, but you're acting on behalf of Geeks on Site.
Yes.
Okay, so you did a job you didn't get paid on. If I call them, most likely they would say, we didn't pay him because he didn't really itemize what he did, but here's the most important thing. Did the customer pay?
That is the trouble, I believe, is the customer had their credit card information stolen, and they said that I was out there 3 days after, that 3 days after I came out, their credit card information was stolen.
Are they blaming you for using their credit card?
Yes, I do believe they said I was hacking or something.
Okay, Tim, did they charge back what you charged for their geek service? Did they contest it?
Supposedly they're contesting it.
All right. Well, that's why you're not getting paid. Isn't that plain and simple? The homeowners are accusing you of fraud, and they're not paying.
Yeah, they think I didn't even handle their credit card information. They do all that.
No, Tim, I understand that. I get it. But that's why you didn't get paid, because I'm blaming the customers. Maybe the customers are jerks, or they're just looking for trouble, or they're making false accusations, or maybe they were really hacked and they're blaming you. I don't think you hacked them. You wouldn't call me if you hacked them. But here's the deal. That's why you're not getting paid by Geeks. I mean, it's not their fault.
That should be spelled out in some kind of independent contractor agreement.
Of course. I mean, what is the normal procedure when the company isn't paid? That's what we have to know. 303-713-TALK.
The sharpest... Got a lot of spots this hour, guys. First one is Mile High, O'Brien, Simply, and Fuller.
Easier than ever, right from your home. You can pick out your car right from the Sharpest Rides website, get credit approved,
All right, it's your show.
Drive your new car.
Whatever you want, buddy.
Front door. It's that easy. The Sharpest Rides is the #1 internet car dealer in Colorado, and you can shop over 1,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs today at thesharpestrides.com. They have cars under...
About 5 seconds. Mile High, O'Brien, Simply, and Fuller.
Get shopping today at thesharpestrides.com.
All right, let's start talking about things that are important to your life. First of all, when it comes to law. Mark, 3 kinds of law that we want people to take advantage of. First, John Fuller.
Oh, man, we've used
free
him
legal
twice.
advice. Free legal, that's the most important thing. He'll give you advice when?
Well, when you're in an accident and it's due to the fault of someone else.
Now, you don't have to worry about hiring him. There's no obligation. But if you do, contingency.
Yeah, you don't pay him anything. He basically gets you money.
Now, and then he takes a small percentage, 303-597-4500. You can find Fuller on our referral list at referralist.com. Okay, Mark, the next kind of law, real estate law, every day.
Man, if you buy commercial property, and I'd even argue any property in the state of Colorado, you should have an attorney look at the agreement.
And then how many people buy properties together, but they don't have an agreement between themselves?
Yeah, boyfriend, girlfriend, buy a house together, they break up, now what?
Get a real estate attorney for any real estate transaction, and that's OLSlaw.com. That stands for O'Brien Legal Services and Brad O'Brien.
Property disputes?
Yeah. Oh, well, what about, eminent domain even, liens, whatever it is, he can handle it. 720-370 720-370-7388. And then the kind of law I call inevitable law. I mean, I thought for a while we needed to give Blake Harris a parking space outside our studio.
Well, I'll tell you what I love about Blake. I went to him. He gave me exactly what I needed. I spent about, I don't know, maybe an hour explaining what I was looking for. Then he told me what I need. Then we paid him for the trust. And what I really liked, he's not one of these hourly guys, $300 an hour. I knew exactly how much it was going to be before I agreed to it.
And the talking, he didn't charge you for sitting down. He starts the clock like a chess game. It doesn't work that way. He just talks to you. He's not racking up a bill. Then he recommends what you need, as Mark said, and then when he executes it, you pay for what he does. So maybe you need a beneficiary deed, or maybe you need a will, maybe you need a trust, maybe a combination of those things. And protection, like you did with your dad, protects him while he's alive as well.
That's right, big time. It protects the assets they have left from, say, Medicaid coming after them.
That's right. So if they have to go into long-term care, there's a way to protect your assets. That's Mile High Estate Planning. .com. His number, 833-ASK-BLAKE. 833-ASK-BLAKE. All right. One of the small businesses that act like big shots and give you great prices, how does he do it?
They are growing so fast, I'm not even going to talk numbers, but when we first met with Buddy Mitchell and Karen Mitchell, who owns SimplyFloorsInc.com, they were at a certain level. 3-4 years later, they are at least 20 times that. You know how they're doing it? They're beating the prices on flooring in the big box stores, and they're bringing the samples right to you at your house so you can see them with your furniture, your walls.
Plus, they're just good people. They really are. He means it. You treat people well, you give them the best installation, you get great salespeople, you make a little less, but guess what? You serve and stay longer in business. SimplyFloorsInc.com to make your own appointment.
It was meant to be a rehabilitation center for troubled youth.
Anna Wakey has come to represent the tip of an iceberg of discovery into the abuse of children.
But really, it was a breeding ground for abuse.
By the brochures, I thought I was going to a camp. I didn't.
Nah, I mean, it'd be easier if you let me know beforehand, but it shouldn't screw me up too much.
Then when they arrived,
everybody knew and everybody kept their mouth shut.
Listen to Camp Hell, Anna Wakey on the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hey there, homeowners. Are you experiencing pipe leaks? Is your water bill unexpectedly high? Or are you suffering from low water pressure? These are signs of widespread pipe failure due to old, corroded, and shoddy pipes. Rerouting a pipe or other Band-Aid fixes are not the answer. Only a whole house repipe with brand new high-quality PAX or copper will permanently solve the problem. Repipe specialists. No more leaks and great...
Sorry, repeat that.
They've been doing this for over 25 years, serving over 40,000.
I'm not 100% sure. I haven't spent too much time in that studio.
Days at half the cost of a plumber with a lifetime guarantee. So say goodbye to leaks once and for all. Enjoy a pipe leak-free home and eliminate the risk of potential water damage. Call us today for your free in-home estimate. We'll even take 20% off our already low price and receive 0% interest when you call today. 720-573-0086. 720-573-0086. That's 720-573-0086.
Hey everybody, Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Mortgage and Rocket Companies. Last year we saw historically low mortgage interest rates. In fact, over 1 million homeowners took advantage of refinancing or buying a new home with Rocket Mortgage. What you may not know is that interest rates are already starting to increase again. And it's likely that trend is only going to continue. Our team of experts is standing by to help you save before rates go up. With an official mortgage review from Rocket Mortgage, you'll see just how much money you could save by making a move right now. Don't look back over these next few weeks and wish that you had taken action. You could save hundreds on your mortgage payments or pay off your home loan earlier than planned. You could even take cash out of your home to pay off high-interest debt, complete home repairs, or bulk up on an emergency fund. When you want to secure a low rate, Rocket can. Call 833-8-ROCKET or visit rocketmortgage.com. Rocket.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states and MLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Putting off refinancing because you think it's a hassle? Think again with Ideal Home Loans. Here's owner Brent Ivinson.
There doesn't have to be a bunch of red tape. There doesn't have to be a bunch of headaches. With us being a direct lender, we can make this fast, simple, and easy and have you saving money right away.
So what are you waiting for? Get started now online at idealhomeloans.com. First, they listen, then they lend. 303-867-7000. That's 867-7000.
If you own a commercial building, you're busy running your business. When your paint is...
Folks, I'm befuddled over this Bill Gates thing. I went on live real quick. I can't believe that in their prenup they had an agreement where he could go see his girlfriend for a week. I just find it the oddest damn thing ever. It's so freaking odd to me. Can you imagine going to Stephanie right before you get married and say, but once a year I can fly off for a week? It's the craziest shit.
Who would ever thought of that?
I don't know.
Is it mainly altruism?
Probably, but I don't know.
Like they really are just buddies?
Well, I don't know. They don't get into that. She's a big-time geek, and he's a big-time geek. I can't believe it. And how do you approach the other person as you're getting married? You send your attorney in, Bonnie Shields, hey, by the way, once a year.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Okay, so if Tim's not paid for work he did in a home because the homeowner disputed it, everything's going to be according to contract. If the contract with you and Geeks on Site spells out how you get paid, they probably have something in there that talks about the homeowner paying or not. So what is your contract like? That's what you have to look to, Tim. And if they're violating your contract, then you simply sue them in small claims court, or we call them. But we have to see your contract, have an attorney look at it for you.
I can't see any way he could lien that. Well, he could definitely lien the property, but do a valid lien. That'd be a big stretch of an argument working on a laptop or something in the house. What do you think?
Yeah, it would be a stretch, but you know what? It would be them, make them dispute it, right? But Tim, listen, how much was your payment going to be on this? Tim?
If it's 2 hours, $60. I looked up what they pay.
Tim, were you going to get paid about $60? Then it's not going to even, it's not worth going to small claims court for $50. Tim, are you there?
He needs to fix his phone.
All right, Tim's not there, so I'm out. Okay, let's go back to Ken. Ken, welcome to the show. What's going on?
Hey, Tom. This is Ken. How are you today?
Yes, sir. I'm doing good. Thank you. What's going on?
Well, I have a quick question about BioT. I've certainly heard you talk about BioT. I am 59 years old and just found out that I have low T. And we just wanted to talk to you about your recommendations regarding BioT.
It's not surprising. Most people have low. And it's not low necessarily according to age. It's low according to optimum levels. Now, Ken, when I talk about BioT, I like BioT, the company. I do. But really, I like pellet therapy. And if I had to be, not had to be, I always am honest and open. BioT doesn't have a magic pellet. It's exactly like any other pellet that does pellet therapy. But the doctors, I believe, are better trained at BioT, and they're better equipped to deal with BioT issues like how much do you need, and how much anastrozole do you need if you convert too much of it to estrogen, and what should those levels be, and what about thyroid, and for women, what about estrogen as well?
Ken, what was your level out of curiosity?
Your free testosterone.
158.
Oh, my God, yeah.
That's like 12 pellets.
Well, no, what I'm saying is that's way low.
Yeah, I know it is. Like I'm saying, that's about 12 pellets.
Well, it depends on how much he weighs and all that. I'm not going to.
Yeah, well, that's true.
But, Ken, here's the thing. I want to, again, be open with you guys. I love pellet therapy because of its delivery system. When I work out, it secretes more. When you don't work out and you're sedate, it secretes less. It goes right with your circulatory system because it's embedded in your tissue, right? In your fat. Now, There's nothing wrong with that. It's great. But no matter what, when you get the pellets, until you know exactly what your levels should be, it's possible you're going to overshoot your level or undershoot. If you overshoot, you're going to have way high testosterone until they adjust the dose. And they can't adjust the dose for a long time until it wears out. So it's not like they can go in and take a few pellets out. So that's the disadvantage. That's the disadvantage, that they have to be pretty good at diagnosing the level. And most of them are. And then you have to have them who know how to deal with the estrogen response.
If you overdose.
If you have too much estrogen. Okay? So what you need to do is just get to a good BioT provider or a pellet provider. For example, right now, I don't use BioT, not because I don't like them. I love them. I love the Hormone Bros and all those. But my doctor happens to use pellets on his own, but he doesn't do BioT. But
they're the same thing.
Exactly. So there's another thing, though. The other day I was thinking about this. I have mine about every 5 months. It was every 4. He did it differently, so I do it every 5. But after a while, I'm serious. They run out of places in my ass, tissue to put them, because I start developing scar tissue. And I don't have a lot of fat, really, to do it. And he said, we might have, I don't know what to do, he said, because we're running into scar tissue and stuff. Because truly, if you think about it, I've been doing it for years. So every 4 months, I had a different area. It goes left, right, but then I wish they could do a port that you slip them into that stays in your tissue, as opposed to new incisions every time. So that's one thing that's a pain in the ass. Just joking.
Hey, Ken, a real question, though. What do you expect out of it? What do you expect to gain by getting your testosterone up? What are you looking for?
Well, I think energy, for one.
You will get that.
Yep. For 2.
You'll get that. Yes.
And just, feeling, hopefully, improved mood.
Yeah, it will. You will. You'll do all of that, okay? All of that. So you're a good candidate.
Are you married?
I am.
You should have your wife look into it, too, and I am not kidding.
Now, Ken, another alternative is to get to a clinic that does, it's not as good as a delivery system, but if you learn how to do it, you can inject yourself in the thigh or something twice a week. I don't ever say once a week, because then you're too high and low. But if you did a twice a week injection, even 3 times a week with this tiny little needle, you could really do a pretty even approach without pellets. Okay, I'm not saying not to do them, but testosterone is testosterone. It's the delivery method that changes. So just look into all those. Now, if you want a good BioT provider, I like the Hormone Bros. They're good people. Or go to a doctor you know and love.
The Hormone Bros, they actually have a mobile deal. So, for example, they'll be in Castle Rock like every Tuesday and Thursday. And that's not correct. But my point is they go to all these places and they can do the BioT right there.
Yeah, thehormonebros.com. Or you can, I go to Grossman Wellness Clinic, but that's a whole program. You're not going to go there just for BioT. So pick your choice, or make your choice, and I think you'll be happy with it.
All right, this round you got David Ellis, Become the Banker.
On our free Radio app.
Okay.
Music, radio, and podcasts all in one. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Ent Credit Union.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, things are flowing on southbound.
God, man, it looks like it's nighttime.
So, Mark,
you use the hormone bro. Yeah, I use it. I like it. I got overjacked though. You know that, man. Boy, woo! I had 1900 jack. 1900.
Yeah, but Mark, that's not uncommon for people. That's what I don't like until you get it under control.
It took a while. It played on my blood pressure.
It's 58 right now in Denver. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Geneva Road, 630 KHOW.
So I'm about to go get repelleted, probably when I get back from Vegas.
Visit ent.com/owners today. Being an owner means you get great service, better rates, and lower fees. So why pay more? Discover the benefits of being an owner member at Ent Credit
I'll
Union.
keep track of the time here. So, old gold and silver, would you ever in a million years put it in a box and send it on the internet? There are people that, Mark, there are people that actually do that, I swear to you.
Or worse yet, bring it to a pawn store where they give you nickels.
Or a hotel room. David Ellis has been around 40 years. Have you ever actually met David?
I haven't.
He's a character. He really is. He's cool. He's a New Yorker and a jeweler, and he's just brash. I mean, I like him. So when I say that, don't get me wrong. So you go see David. He doesn't fool around and say, okay, you got this, you got that, you got this. This is what I'll give you. And he means it. He'll give you a fair price for gold, silver, platinum, by the way. And that's really expensive stuff. And whether it's in a coin or whether it's in a bracelet or whatever, broken watches, he'll do it. Do you have any old stuff laying around? I don't anymore.
I do.
Okay. And he's at 3rd and Clayton in the Cherry Creek area, 3rd and Clayton, DavidEllisJewelry.com. So let's talk about investment. Become the banker. When we first met Joe Chiano, we thought, listen, we're not going to endorse life insurance. And he says, Tom, it's not just life insurance. It's basically an excuse to overfund life insurance because that cash fund grows tax-free. And if you take it out the right way, you never pay taxes on it. He is a straight shooter. There's no doubt about it, with a guaranteed return.
The product he offers that I really am curious about, though, with the 9% bonus is that annuity. I mean, basically,
that's a different product, too. You're right.
It might fit your needs big time.
That's where you can, if you have a lump sum you can put in, you can buy income. That's what you do. Deputy Doc once told me he wanted to buy income. That's what he did. He paid a lump sum and now gets a check. Or you can let it grow over time. So whether you're looking at Become the Banker or you want to do some annuity, a lifetime pension, becomethebanker.org, sign up there for a webinar or call them, and it's becomethebanker.org. Now, another financial decision is a reverse mortgage or not. As you know, Mark, my opinion's changed about reverse loans because here's the deal. With rates so low, equity so high, I see seniors struggling. It fits the bill for many, many people.
You can get a line of credit, never have a mortgage payment again, and no one can make you leave your home forever.
Here's what people say, but Tom, it accrues against the equity. And I say, yes, but if you didn't have a reverse loan and you had a regular loan, well, that's going to accrue against your bank account or against your Social Security check. There's no free loan. You're going to pay it one way or another. I'd rather pay it where I'm not paying it and it accrues against the house because you'll never lose the house and you'll never grow short of cash. ApprovalReverse.com. That's Joan Sullivan and her team. How long have we known Joan?
A long time, and what I love about her, if it's not right for you, she's going to be the first to tell you, and she has one herself.
303-771-3528. So referralist.com, I saw the other day, my goodness, we're getting a lot of traffic.
Our numbers are crazy.
And you know, I credit how I think Get Found Fast did a lot for us.
They did. You know, you think of SEO, and the first thing I used to think of was absolute garbage. You write these companies, they're doing some black magic behind the scenes.
Right.
It works for a day, and then the results go away.
Right.
With these guys, it is continued. We've been dealing with them for, what, a year now?
Oh, no, more than a year for just referrals.
Yeah, you're right, because it was through all of COVID.
That's exactly right. Then I also dealt with it before that, just promoting them to other people until we started actually using them. And they'll do a free analysis of your website, free, and give you some do-it-yourself tips just to let you know what they do. You don't have to hire them, but you probably will. GetFoundFast.com.
How long were we on that clock up here? Did you actually clock it?
A few seconds over, but where I went over on one, I went shorter on another. I think that's way more listenable.
Whether it's repairing a small dent or restoring your car. For more info, go to fairwaycollision.com. Tired of cleaning your gutters? Leaf Filter is America's #1 gutter guard, guaranteed to keep gutters clean for good. Get 15% off your purchase now. Call 1-800-300-LEAF or visit www.tryleakfilter.com for a free estimate. Hey, it's Ross. When it comes to family safety and personal protection, you've got to have a hero on your side. So this Mother's Day, give Mom the gift of safety and home protection with a Hero 2020, a non-lethal pepper-based concealed weapon. One of the smallest weapons in its class. My wife and I already have one. Moms across America are endorsing Hero 2020 to protect their homes and loved ones, and I even practiced with it myself. Give Mom the gift of personal safety by getting started at Hero2020.com. Use code ROSS for free shipping. That's Hero2020.com.
It costs nothing to be kind. In fact, it actually pays. By donating plasma at BioLife Plasma Services, your kindness enables someone else to live more fully. And just imagine the difference you could make if you could take the $1,000 you could earn in the first month and donate it to your favorite charity. Or buy a school teacher supplies. Or buy everyone in your neighborhood noise-canceling headphones because your granddaughter is learning to record. She has to get better soon, right? BioLife. There's purpose in your plasma. Visit BioLifePlasma.com to learn more.
There's never a bad time to add home automation or smart home systems in your house, but there is a best time, and that's when you're building a home or remodeling a home. And there's a best way, and that's with my friends at Electronic Integration. During these projects, you'll have walls and ceilings already open, allowing you to include wired and wireless systems so you can play the same music in multiple rooms, or close your garage door, see who's in your backyard, or adjust your thermostat from control tablets located conveniently in your home, or from your smartphone so you can do it all while you're traveling. Electronic Integration will help you design the smart home that's even better than you've imagined. And if you're a builder or remodeler, how about the advantage you get over your competitors when bidding a job by partnering with Electronic Integration so you can offer a superior build or remodel? Electronic Integration is the builder's secret weapon. So whether you're the homeowner or the builder or contractor, get your smart home on with my friends at Electronic Integration. The website, eiexperts.com. That's eiexperts.com. Or give them a call, 303-761-7277.
Do roller coaster stock markets make you nervous? With such frequent ups and downs, don't let market volatility derail your retirement. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, Saturday on 630 KHOW. If you're concerned about the markets, call today to schedule a complimentary review of your portfolio. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or online, yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
This is Dave Logan with the law offices of Dan Capitals, a serious law firm.
Mark, did you know we were getting rain?
Yeah, this whole week, man. No, it's going to get nice. I think like Friday, Saturday are real nice.
Nathan sent me some videos.
Where is he now?
He's flying some big out iron. He's doing great, man. I'll show you. I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. All right, listen. We talked about this Lexus, and Cooney Lexus couldn't figure it out. We're going to try to figure it out. For some reason, they told her it was normal. She has a brand new Lexus that batteries keep dying. Well, that's ridiculous. They said, well, you know, you have so many electronics, if you don't drive it often enough. That's bull. You should be able to let your car sit. Mark, I don't actually know how long, but I would think that a brand new car should be able to sit a month.
Easily a month.
Or more.
I don't know if more. I know a month. Now, I know... Yeah,
My Genesis has sat longer than that, and it starts every time. Always.
Now, I had a car one time that had a backup battery for that.
Yeah, but come on, you can't compare that.
No, but what I'm saying is that that's what it would do when you were in stasis or long term. But they provided a charger for the car with a port if you needed it. And I'm saying because...
That's so unique, though.
No, of course it is. It was crazy electronic stuff in my crazy days. Andrew, what was your comment on this?
Yeah, my wife has an Acura TL, and for probably 4 years we battled this problem with the batteries just dying out, and especially when it was cold. And so we replaced the battery like twice. And then we took it to a shop to have them measure the current draw when the vehicle was off, and they couldn't find any issues with it. And we were at our wits' end. We were about ready to sell it. And then I found a YouTube video. It took a while, but I found one at a mechanic shop in California that what they did is they found that there's actually a Bluetooth transceiver that's kind of overhead in the in the cockpit there. And even when the vehicle's turned off, this thing is continually searching for.
Oh, I get what you're saying. The Bluetooth is searching for connection.
Yeah, and he said with the vehicle off for like a half an hour, if you put your hand up there and it's warm, then you know the thing is still fired up. And so they Acura did offer a newer model of that device. But what I did, I just went up and I just disconnected that. And we haven't had a problem with batteries for a year and a half now.
So at Sheridan Auto Tech, Tom, they have this machine now that, they bought Lakewood Auto Electric. And you connect it up.
Bryant got the patent on it.
He did get the patent. But the coolest part about it is it will actually look at every single device pulling any power, and then you know exactly which one's doing it.
And yours was the Bluetooth, Andrew, but you found it out on your own, right?
Yes. Well, YouTube video.
Oh, okay. But, a lot of people don't understand and don't realize that, on your cell phone, for example, the Bluetooth search and the Wi-Fi search, they're constantly going. Constantly. So if you're not using Bluetooth, turn Bluetooth off. If you're not using a network, turn it off, or Wi-Fi, because it constantly is searching, and that takes battery life.
I think we need to revisit this Gravina thing. I think Suzanne's trying to get her on.
She has her, right? Now, I want to bring up the original problem, so I'm going to grab my notes. And it's a very simple story here that Rosemary says. She said that her mother-in-law, in November of 2020, ordered a sliding glass door. Gravina's
just front door.
I'm sorry. Why did I say? Okay, so a door. Okay, and Gravina, she said, did not sign a contract with Gravina, but she just ordered it, and then called up. They called her up and said, we cannot get that door, and sent her check back. And then some months later, the door shows up, and they want full payment. Boy, did we learn a lot of other stuff. Now, Rosemary accused us of not listening to her, but we listened to every word. She said that they canceled it. She said that they sent the money back. And she said that they now got full payment for nothing. Right?
That's what she's saying.
Now, so we looked into it, Rosemary, and I want to tell you what we found. And you tell us if it's right, Mark.
Well, number one, I see the contract that your mother signed in her house on 11/18 of 2020. Then the very next day, there was a change order signed by your mother on 11/19 of 2020, so the next day. Now
hold on. One thing at a time, Mark.
Yep.
That's the one where they said, we can't get you the door we told you about.
Yep.
So you have to sign a new contract. And while your mother said they canceled the first contract, there was a second contract signed.
Yeah, and the change order reads, blinds no longer available in the Milgard door line, so they're going to put her into a patio door film called the Milgard Tuscany by Great Lakes. But anyhow, they switched the door. It's just a different door.
So, Rosemary, were you aware that your mom-in-law signed for a new door when that other door wasn't available?
No.
Okay, well we're gonna send it to you.
Yeah, we'll send
Again,
you this.
We're gonna send all this to you. What else?
Well, so then what happens is, and I got all this from Nick Ravina.
Go ahead.
So then what happens is the door shows up. He getting ready to send people out to install it, and they say, hey, we canceled this. Well, they didn't cancel it, and the other thing I believe she mentioned, maybe you remember, and I'm sorry I'm not looking at her name, but she said they got nothing. Is that true? You guys got nothing for the money you spent?
They got paid in full for nothing, right, Rosemary?
No, I didn't say that. They delivered the door without it being
installed.
They dropped off the door.
I misunderstood you then. They dropped off the door. Okay,
Yeah,
hold on. So we got to take this
ultimately, we'll tell you what happened.
Now.
Portable zero-res master router, about a little less than a minute.
By Westera Credit Union. From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, there's a disabled vehicle northbound I-25 at 38th and Park Avenue. That's blocking the left lane, backing things up on that stretch from Broadway. Sluggish on southbound I-25 through North Glen and Thornton. Also heavy southbound headed into downtown. Seeing the usual volume on 270 in both directions heading into Commerce City. And off-freeway, roadwork backing things up on northbound Colorado approaching I-70. Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather, partly to mostly cloudy this afternoon with some scattered showers. Will cool off to the upper 30s overnight tonight. It's 57 right now in Denver. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
Westera HELOC Select.
About 10 seconds, affordable zero-res master reader.
Line of credit options, so they can handle every little outrageous cost with confidence. More info at westeracu.com/HELOC. Equal housing opportunity.
I can't speak enough about the benefits of zero-res carpet cleaning. Zero-res. The reason it calls it zero-res is because there is no residue, because all they use is water to clean your carpets. And before you say, oh, water can't clean, oh, yeah, you can test it yourself. Super soft water, alkaline-based water, it cleans like hell. And not only that, it dries quickly. There's zero-res, so it doesn't attract dirt. My carpets are cleaner. They stay cleaner longer and dry faster with ZeroResDenver.com. $33 a room. That's what you get with zero-res. $33 a room. I love it. I do my home all the time. Not all the time. When I need it, I call them all the time. ZeroResDenver.com. 303-471-5150. 303-471-5150. Someone else that I call for advice when we get mortgage questions is Kurt Rogers at Affordable Interest Mortgage, AImortgage.net. He has conventional loans going up to like 95%. He has FHA loans, VA loans, and the liquid loan, or what he calls the asset manager. The liquid loan is a line of credit. It pays off your existing loan and sits there for emergencies or for when you want money for any reason. But here's the good part. As quickly as you can draw it out, you can pay it back. In fact, you can let your paycheck sit there for a couple weeks before you pay bills. And that couple weeks counts against your average daily balance, which lowers your interest for those couple of weeks. It's an amazing loan. That's why I call it the liquid loan. Pay off high interest debt, do whatever you want. You can manage it for yourself. AImortgage.net. That's Affordable Interest Mortgage. 720-895-0500. Affordable Interest. That's AImortgage.net. 720-895-0500.
So we had a call probably, 4 or 5 weeks ago. This guy calls up, and he was so happy because Master Rooter went out to his house and actually scoped his line for free on a second opinion. Another company told him he had an $18,000 issue going on. Thank goodness he called the show up, and we sent them out to look at it. But here's the really nice part about Master Rooter. They don't charge anybody for estimates in the Denver metro area. They'll send a license-insured plumber out to your house and give you a free estimate, and if you need something scoped, they'll do that as well. If you have a drain blockage or you need a second opinion, these guys own their own excavation team, by the way. And that means big, and I mean big savings if you ever need a sewer line or a water line. And commercial contractors out there, if you're looking to team up with a great operation, this is a great plumbing company. 720-434-3406. Master Rooter Plumbing on a referral list for over 10 years. 720-434-3406.
COSHotTubs.com of Colorado Springs is one of the only hot tub dealers in the country who bought enough tubs to supply them through the pandemic. The wait is over sale. 14 manufacturers, hundreds in stock, same week delivery, no wait time. Ask about the deposit forgiveness program. If you bought a tub somewhere else and you can't get it, you may be able to apply that money towards one of our tubs. COSHotTubs.com. COSHotTubs.com.
Thunright, kitchens, baths, windows, and doors. Nearly every home show in the state has been canceled. Folks, when you book your full project now, you'll enjoy our traditional 8% home show savings. 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
All the benefits of IVs at your door. Rocky Mountain IV Medics. Hydration, immunosupport, migraines, general wellness. Call or text 720-987-2155. Rocky Mountain IV Medics. 720-987-2155.
The IRS doesn't mess around. If they want your money, they'll take it. They can take your paycheck and bank accounts too, even threaten your home or business. Don't take on the IRS alone. If you owe back taxes, the smartest thing you can do is call Optima Tax Relief. The experts at Optima specialize in a powerful IRS tax assistance program called the Fresh Start Initiative. And their clients that qualify are saving thousands, even tens of thousands. One call starts the process to stop the demand letters, stop aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS from targeting you. But don't delay. It's important to act now while you still have options. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Optima has already resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get your life back. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima now for your free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com. 630 KHOW has your chance to win $1,000. Listen at 5 past the hour for the 12K a day giveaway. Listen for the keyword and enter it on our website, KHOW.com, for your chance to win $1,000.
All right, guys, back about 15 seconds. You got about a minute left.
Save 10% on Benjamin Moore paint by joining the Guy Ray's loyalty program. Stop by a store or go to GUIRYS.com to sign up today. Guy Ray's, your neighborhood paint store since 1899.
All right, so we got to wrap this up. But Rosemary, we have one door canceled. Your mom-in-law reordered it. It came in. They went to deliver it.
And then that's when you guys wanted to refuse it. They took all the labor off. You have the door. Honestly, I don't. Listen,
now, here's
one on our referral list.
Here's one other issue. No, they're not on the list. We're not protecting them. But the way this went down isn't as dastardly as we thought. Now, I want to mention something. You said one good thing that caught my ear, and that was that, well, why'd they give the check back? Well, we found that out, too. She requested that they return
the check and put it on a credit card.
Because she wanted to put it on a credit card, and guess what? It was put on her credit card. So that was the strong point I thought you had, that they returned the check, except there's a corresponding charge on her credit card.
Did you ever have the door done, by the way?
What are you talking about?
Did they ever get a new door?
Yeah, she got a new door from a different company.
She needs to try to sell this one because it's not going to do her any good.
Yeah,
but I will tell you, Rosemary, I think you got a weak case based on what we found. Your mom did you see that she had put the deposit on her credit card?
No, I did not.
Well, go check and make sure it's true, Rosemary, and call us back. Check that one item right there to see if when she got the check back, if that was put on her credit card. I'd like to know that. And then Mark will send you this other stuff, too. I'm Tom Martino. Save all your problems for me.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino.
And stay connected with all of us
at 630 KHOW.
KHOW.com.
And on the iHeartRadio app.
Michael Brown is next
on Denver's Talk Station.
630 KHOW.
Time to get your AC checked before it's too hot to bear. Fix It 24/7 has a deal for you. Clean, check, adjust, and practically refurbish the AC and furnace too for just $68. That's both services. And since they work together, it makes sense. Plus, you won't find a better price for the extensive work and deep cleaning anywhere. FixMyHome.com. That's FixMyHome.com.
When your house is in trouble, Fix It 24/7. We'll be there on the double.
It was meant to be a rehabilitation center.